July 31st, I have the American Golf Outing for the Cancer Society.
I also have the American Cancer Society golf outing on the 31st, and also I got yours on the 18th, but
I'm gonna be there.
Boys, these are a lot of events and golf outings.
Well, you want me to miss my own golf tournament?
Gabby, they're all great colors.
I mean, this is.
Hold on. I got this. Guys, I got this. Don't worry about it. Hold on a second.
He always says
Hey guys, thanks for coming so fast. How are ya?
Remember the guys from Randy Wise, right? The Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour.
Watch for the eye.
It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. Some of the biggest names in Michigan sports. And some, well, not so much. Brought to you in part by Premier Security Solutions, Fairway Packing Company, and Swiss Insurance. Watch episodes at woodwardsports.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to woodwardsports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
We got the Woodward Heavyweights live from Monday to Friday, 5 to 7. We got young Chris in the TD booth.
Here.
Lucas, a.k.a. Sid Vicious, on the ones and twos. Chris, you just hold him on purpose. You always let him like sit there and flex for like 2 minutes before you put the camera on. What'd you say, Lucas? I don't know if you unmuted yourself. Whatever.
The levels are lower, but no.
Yes, we're getting nothing on the phone.
Nutsy.
You can't hear?
Just talk louder. It's all right. Works for us. We got a big show for you guys. Troy Weaver had a press conference. Is it me? I felt this way when he first it's me.
Yeah.
Does my ass look fat in these jeans?
Let's not get back into this talk.
I don't know if it's just me, and I felt this way like when he first came out of the scene, Troy Weaver, that he was kind of like I don't know how to say it without being disrespectful. Almost like an Asperger's, like you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god, bro.
What do you mean? Oh my god! Like it's like a.
I don't know. I'm not gonna go out there. He's awkward. He's a little socially awkward.
Yeah, but it's like genius though. Asperger's isn't a bad thing. You could be very, very, very smart. You don't have the social skills. But I always wonder that too because like we credit him for like the Jeremy Grant thing. Obviously, the great relationship with Jeremy Grant. Maybe it's poor relationship with media, and that's why he's.
Could be.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but the delivery is just like the cadence. I almost fell asleep.
I mean, Stevie's like that too, man. Stevie Wyatt had a press conference today, and he's also very, reserved.
I miss Stevie's. How'd that one go?
It was good.
Yeah?
It was good, yeah.
I know we got some stuff in the show on that one. So for all you hockey lovers, the away fan, we'll be talking Detroit Red Wings hockey. But yeah, Troy Weaver spoke with the media today. We'll get on that one too. Who tried to speak with the media today and was shut down was one of his many mistresses,
yeah, Mr. Cy.
One of his side pockets.
Yeah.
She put out a wild tweet. Look at this.
Yeah, she put up a wild tweet. There it is. It's Mariah Mills. She said, NBA, I have sex tapes of me and Zion Williamson. And he also has them on his trap phone. Trade him now, or he doesn't deserve to be in New Orleans. Sex tapes dropping soon.
And followed?
Then recently, Mariah Mills' account suspended on Twitter.
Wow.
Fucking Elon dropped the ban hammer on her ass.
Thank God.
The Pelicans must have more pull than we thought.
The Pelicans?
Yeah.
Or Zion?
Or Zion. Zion hit
I mean, she was out of pocket the entire way through, bro. Like, if you're going to be a side piece, you got to learn how to be a side piece. You know what I'm saying? Like, just know how to, know your role.
She's trying to get a bag.
Shut your mouth and know your role.
She's trying to get a bag, man.
But also, like, we're human beings, right? Like, a lot of people practice sex, safe sex, hopefully.
She's bad.
Yeah. Why would that be a reason to trade him? Because he had sex with you?
The sex tapes is a scandal. You got, like I said, John Morant, NBA dumb boy, Zion, NBA buns boy. Like, he's just about the cheeks, man. He's not even care to get on the court anymore. He's just trying to clap them cheeks.
I mean, seriously, though. But another part too is like, did she not know like his contract? He still get paid the same amount. He just gets relocated to another city. There's like.
She said he doesn't deserve to be in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Apparently, she's the trick of New Orleans.
Yeah,
like literally the trick of New Orleans.
Quite literally the trick of New Orleans. But I guess I don't know, man. She's the wildest, the worst. Everything she said was cringe too. Like the way she like. How I don't know.
Trap
She acts like
phone?
she had the
why'd she
ultimate
put that in
card.
there?
Trap phone,
Why'd she
yeah.
put in that?
Yeah.
That
Could have
was
just
so
said
weird.
burner.
Yeah.
He's got him on his trap phone.
And if I'm being honest too, like the people that are like bashing Zion for this,
What
Why?
are you doing?
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Zion,
Are you out here trying to get laid, son? That's what we do as humans.
Zion Williamson, I'm here to say, I respect the hustle, brother.
That's
out
what
there,
I'm saying,
Out there
bro.
banging porn stars, getting other girls pregnant. You know, he's living the American dream. Man got paid. He got a check. He didn't have to work for a year because he was not playing.
He's
so what's he
putting in
gonna
that work,
do?
though.
He's going to get his nut off in some porn stars. I don't
He's
blame him.
building a family, guys.
Building
This
a
is-
family,
this is
yes.
a
Yes.
very
Family
wholesome
show,
story. I just
family
don't understand
program,
How it got,
he's-
I don't understand how it got turned this way. It's disgusting. This is a wholesome story.
Building a family in the trenches.
Like,
And
I
now
don't
she's
know
just
what
trying to
that
take it
was.
away from it.
Like,
crazy.
especially like the demographic of people that watch sports, majority men. You know what I'm saying? Like as a man, before my son, I said this in the air before too. Like, I felt my purpose in life was to roam the world, try to get money and fuck things.
Came strange.
Like that was
Those are the natural desires for men.
that
Are to succeed, are to fuck, and are to, I don't know, live.
yeah. So anyone like
guess.
saying no to Zion.
Primal urges. Primal urges. Stay alive, be the man, and tame some strange.
And not in a disrespectful way, but like Chris, like, as of now, what is your purpose in life? What is your goal? Is it not to get money and fuck? No, I didn't mean like that. I didn't mean like that. But I'm just saying, like,
I was
as a
gonna
man.
say, are you expecting a different answer than what we just said? That's
No,
100%
exactly. That's
the
what I'm
goal.
saying.
100% the
That's
goal.
what I'm saying. You have different, tastes. So I was wanting to say on your side.
Well, you do too. I remember somebody else took a weekend off.
Yeah,
in-
you
in
took
June,
a
too,
weekend
so
furlough and
That's what I'm saying.
up north for a wedding. And
Hey,
just
I
happened
had
to be-
I had a thing. You guys know what I had with me. All right, don't play with me.
I don't know what that means, but
No one knows what that
Well,
means besides you.
I have
Izzy.
wedding dates. I bring wedding dates. Lucas knows.
We support
I don't know
you,
anything.
Easy. We support you.
yeah.
That's fair.
This is a safe
Tracksuit
space.
night.
This is a safe space.
This is a safe space.
Yeah.
I can't say what I'm gonna say. We have a working relationship.
But I don't know. All I'm saying is somebody contacted Elon and got Mariah banned. So
Yeah.
she must have some real dirt on Zion.
Yeah, I mean she's like threatening.
Isn't that illegal, anyways?
What she's doing? Yeah. Like you're
That's
just gonna
like
release
blackmail.
somebody's sex tape like that. Yeah, you can't
I
do
believe it's libel, right? Because it's libel is said and slander is written. So would that be?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't
what's
know how
video?
that's worded.
What's pornographic video?
Oh.
Awesome.
I don't know what the court.
can't do it.
I don't know if the founding fathers had that in their
That's a good- yeah.
constitution.
that. You guys know what I went to jail for, right? It was that.
Let's try to avoid this.
You cannot release sex tapes. to
I
other
was gonna
people.
say.
That's fair.
Easier on
Confirmed.
tonight's talking about
There's
this.
a revenge porn statute.
That's fair. That's
All
fair.
right, it's 5 years probation, maximum sentence.
But did
Well,
you hear
not
about
maximum.
this Titanic shit?
No, what is that?
So a submarine of I don't know if it was 4 or 5 passengers. They all paid $250,000 to go in this submarine and go underwater and take
Yeah.
like a tour of the Titanic.
250K.
$250K a piece to take this underwater
Wow.
tour of the Titanic. And this submarine
Is there pictures?
was not manned by anyone. It was controlled by a Logitech video game controller from somebody above ground. There was no radio on it. There was no nothing.
There's no communication to like
the captain of the expedition was an 80-year-old man. Dude. And now they're
That's
lost.
where it got
now
sketchy.
they're lost.
Wait, no.
It's
It's
like
gone.
red
You're lying.
flag.
I swear to God.
Bro, you are
I
lying.
swear to God.
Where's there's no graphic for this one?
No, you just type it in on Twitter. Titanic submarine. They are underwater, approximately with like 35 hours of air left. Trapped in the bottom. Like, this is one of my biggest nightmares in my entire life. First of all, I'll never have the money to ship out $250,000 to go on a sub. But like,
A $30 Logitech gamepad for steering.
yes, that's what they use to pilot this
They're
$1 million submarine.
And you know they signed waivers.
Oh yeah.
That hit a trifecta of like don't do this. One, there's not an actual like man pilot
Yeah.
in the ship with
Nope.
you. There's more than trifecta. What do you call a quadfecta? I don't fucking know.
Quintuple.
Whatever it is.
are you trying to
There's
say?
not an actual person
Quaffle.
manning the sub.
No,
There's no contact to the outside world above.
no, there is not.
a Logitech, like it's a gamepad, right?
Yes.
You know PlayStation is a gamepad,
Yep.
right? You know Xbox, right? Have you ever heard of fucking Logitech gamepad? Has everyone ever used a Logitech gamepad? Like,
We use
no.
Logitech cameras. Like those webcams
Yeah.
are Logitech cameras.
Cameras. Controller?
Controller? No.
Ever in your life? No.
No.
Number 4. What demographic doesn't know how to work a fucking flip phone?
An 80-year-old.
And that's who you put in charge of the fucking. What is wrong with you guys?
And
How do you
had
make
to
that
pay
much money and you're still that fucking stupid?
$250,000 each. And now they're nowhere to be found, trapped underwater. I saw earlier this morning it said they have like 41 hours of air left.
So does the 80-year-old.
80-year-olds on dry land.
That's
No,
the
he's
part
got
too.
80
What if this
probably
guy
got-
just croaks while he's
He's under so
stroking
much
his
stress.
Logitech?
Well, it's not responding. Logitech doesn't do nothing anymore. That sub is underwater with no response from the GameCube controller. Fucking, they're just stranded in the depths of the ocean with no one to talk to, no one to like guide them on what to do. They're gonna end up like eating somebody or like.
You know what's crazy? Before I even knew this was like the situation, when I read this on the prep sheet, I was like, how crazy something happens to this submarine. Because they're going after like the Titanic, which was like supposed to be like the special thing that fucking crap, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sunk, all the people died. And then you go build a submarine
Bro.
to go check out that same artifact. And then, I mean, I pray for them, obviously.
You will never catch me in a submarine.
Oh, I'd go in a
Like,
submarine.
not a fucking chance.
No?
Would I go in a submarine.
That sounds
Yeah, and then
so
the
dope.
fucking 80-year-old's like, oh shit, lost him, and you're
Well,
gone.
that's the part where I'm not doing. I'm not allowing an 80-year-old to do anything with technology.
Anything
That
goes
screws
wrong.
my safety.
You're in your car, and your alternator takes a shit. All right, you pull over the side of the road, you get out of the car, you call AAA, they come tow your car.
Yeah.
You're in the submarine, and something takes a shit. There's no pulling over the side of the road. You're fucking leagues under the sea. You're dead. You're done. There's nothing you can do.
Maybe they'd survive. But also, like, they're just I don't know, man. Dude, 80-year-olds can hardly drive.
Yeah.
Like that's who we want off the road.
Yes.
It's like 80-year-olds.
Yes.
This is this American like submarine?
I don't know. I
There's no way America would just allow that to. I mean, I can't say that.
I mean, if they signed a waiver, I mean, you know,
that's fair.
Like they
Maybe
had
they
that.
didn't.
But
Maybe
as
they
somebody
didn't.
that played PS2
No, they definitely
back
had
in
to
the
have signed a
day,
waiver.
Did you just try unplugging the controller and plugging it back in?
That's true.
'Cause that
That's true.
usually
It's true.
works.
Unplug it.
They
Plug
could
it
try
back
that.
in.
Yeah,
I am.
But the 80-year-old doesn't know that. He's never played video games before.
that's true.
I'm.
You didn't hear about us at all?
Dude, I work all day. I don't. I sell weed all day.
Yeah, that's
legally.
fair.
So I come here and I learn the news. I arrested a Traver on the way here.
Booner in the Woodward Sports Chat said there's only 3 submarines in the world that can go that deep. Even if they find them, it's over.
Oh my god!
You think they're just having crazy, nasty sex down there because they
Oh,
they know
yeah.
they're gonna die, so they're just like,
Oh, dude.
let's get rid of all of our inhibitions.
I mean, why not?
Down to
Yeah.
like 27 hours instead of 41 because they've just been going.
Yeah,
long.
just
There's
dude's
probably
got
some-
a smoke down there. He's like, "Ooh, man, that was crazy."
I'm thinking like some fucked up shit's
What if
going
it's
on in
all
the submarine.
dudes?
Oh fuck, Chris.
Chris, like, it
my
sounds like a
kinda
perfect
submarine.
situation for me, bro. I'm telling
The
you,
Wisconsin sub.
Should have went on a cruise, not to Wisconsin.
cruises are cool.
I've never been.
I've been on a cruise.
I thought you put that in the prep because I went on that shipwreck tour.
No,
and up north.
Yeah, that shit's.
That is insane. And the fact that there's only 3 submarines that can even go that deep.
Yep.
They are.
Screwed.
I hate to say this, and this is horrible. I'm sorry if this is like one of your family members.
They're
They're
done
dead.
for. Yeah,
They're done for.
Yeah.
Game over. Logitech game over. I don't- a Logitech gamepad. Who's ever used a Logitech gamepad?
Imagine-
And you even game on PC. Is that even like a popular?
No. Mouse maybe, but the old man's probably playing it, and
Why?
then it's just like, "Ba-do-do-do-do." He's like, "Damn it, I lost." He's like, "Oh shit."
The other part too is like, how are you that stupid?
Yeah,
But how are you so like that rich?
I don't know.
How'd you make?
Had to be
A lot
inherited.
of karma coming.
Had to be
Do you
inherited.
feel stupider for being poor if someone that fucking stupid is,
I have
is
a, I have
spending
a-
money on
I
that?
have a conspiracy theory about this that I want to
You want to get back?
I want to get back into it when we get back.
All right. Tell us about Planet Fitness.
First, let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness, because Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. And until August 31st, high school students ages 14 and 19 can work out for free because of the high school summer pass, and they can get a chance to win a piece of $200,000 that Planet Fitness is giving away. All you have to do is film a TikTok video explaining your high school summer pass experience, post it on TikTok, use a couple hashtags, tag Planet Fitness, and you'll get the chance to win a piece of that money. More info online at planetfitness.com, where you can also, if you're not a high school student, subscribe and get your membership. Or you can pull in to any Planet Fitness around here. Get your membership there, starting at $10 a month, or the black card for $24.99. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Big Boy Strawberry Fest has officially arrived, and we're here to show you the very best flavors of the season. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our deep-fried vanilla Oreos, strawberry hot fudge cake, and a slice of our classic strawberry pie. But that's not all. Cool off on a refreshing summer splash salad, or savor the flavors of our chicken Caesar wrap and strawberry bacon chicken wrap. And for breakfast lovers, don't miss out on our strawberry hotcakes or our mouth-watering red velvet waffle. Strawberry Fest is something for everyone. Celebrate the sweet season with us at Big Boy.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my guy Spinmo Rex.
What up, though?
We are the Woodward Heavyweights, live from 5 to 7, Monday through Friday, only, once again, WoodwardSports.com. Hit the like button if you haven't already, at SpeakySports_, at Spinmo Rex, at the real Chris Platty, not the fake one.
The fake one. Fake one's a Bears fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Legit.
He probably visits Wisconsin frequently. We have, what is your Twitter handle one more time?
Believe me later.
You just changed it to Sid Vicious.
Sid Vicious. There's no way I would ever like.
It's
change my
nice.
persona
Sid Vicious is a nice nickname. What do you mean?
But I don't like the fact that it's coming from Sid from Toy Story. Just doesn't.
But it's hard.
It's hard.
The only
No,
way
it's
that
not.
doesn't work is if you change your haircut.
Clitoris clots.
What'd you say?
That's what I'll make it. Actually, that was my burner. I'll make it clitoris clots.
Clitoris clots.
Yeah. It's a good one.
I'm not mad at that, to be honest with you. That's
Yeah,
pretty
don't
funny,
hate
too.
it.
I don't hate that one. Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. 5-star review on our podcast platforms. Hit the like button if you haven't already. You were going to get to, you had a rich person theory?
No, a theory
And then we
about
get
this
sports.
specific situation.
Okay.
So we talked about the submarine that is trapped underwater after trying to explore the Titanic. And I've spoken on this show frequently about one of my biggest fears in this world, which are killer whales. Killer whales are some of my biggest fears. They're smart.
Yeah.
Talk about this one.
They're monsters.
Mm-hmm.
They hunt sharks for fun. And I don't know if you've seen the reports on killer whales recently, but they've been hunting packs of sharks, right?
Yeah.
And they're not like eating the sharks. They're only eating their hearts and livers and then just like leaving the rest there. So they're on a mission.
Say this one more time.
They're hunting sharks. Killer whales are hunting sharks.
Yeah.
And they're only eating their hearts and livers.
Yeah.
And then just letting them go.
Sinadamus.
And I don't know if you saw the killer whales that sank all those yachts.
I did. I remember you talking about it. I didn't like look it up myself.
Yeah, they're
to confirm.
bro, they're fucking gaining ground, man. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some killer whale tampering with the submarine thing.
Tampering.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if a random group of orcas just pulled up, saw that thing.
Yeah.
And they're like, I know who's in there.
That's fair.
And they took it out.
They say sea creatures don't like the taste of humans. But killer whales are specific with taste. That's why they don't eat the heart and the livers or whatever of the sharks. But killer whales are a real thing. They speak. There's like science out there that they speak. And not just like, I'm not going to make a whale noise. I almost did. Stop myself, embarrassing myself there. But dialect. Like in other parts of the world, they speak a different language than like wherever else the orca whales are. And they do so because they hunt in packs. So they have to communicate. You know what I'm saying? They like game plan how they're going to kill like blue whales and shit.
They're probably laughing at the Logitech controller. They're like, these idiots.
Yeah.
That ass, though.
They probably took over the Logitech controller with their fucking super sonar shit.
When you first told me about like your fear that because I said unreasonable fear of the killer whales, which kind of is because like we are definitely on the land. But
for now,
although there have been some that beach themselves to like trick seals, and they die because they get stuck. But they work on it. Like they're training like the younger ones. Yeah. They train their fucking kids. This is like real like real information. What'd you say?
What do they train them for?
They train them to like beach themselves to trick like seals and stuff like that. I think like they're like dead or just on there chilling, and they fucking grab them and hop back in the water. It's wild. But cool. They are smart.
They are smart.
I still a little bit unreasonable. Still an unreasonable fear.
I'm telling you, once Florida and California and like Maine and shit drop off into the ocean, and they just get more space, more space.
They're gonna evolve and take over.
What if through like beaching themselves and evolution, they just grow like these little fucking pads?
I'd shit my pants.
They're slowly growing to legs.
Imagine like a killer whale, but like a bear.
Aren't they the size of a
it's like a school bus? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And like when they project themselves into the fucking air, they can do like flips and shit. Like, you know how much power? You ever tried jumping out of water?
I can't.
You know how hard it is? You can't. I mean,
can.
some people can, obviously. You can't because you suck. No, I'm just kidding. Freak athletes can.
Yeah.
They train to do it, though. Yeah. These things jump fucking 15 feet in the air out of water while weighing the same.
The thing that fucks with me the most is how they just toy with their food.
Yeah.
Like,
their hunting
seals, they just take seals on their tail, just throw like 50 feet in the air, just fucking around. Just being dicks. I'm telling you, they're one of the scariest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
I mean, you've never even seen one. Yeah. It's unreasonable fear. But they are scary.
Because I'm telling you, if they get released, orcas, they get released from captivity.
They're released right now.
They get released from captivity. Like the SeaWorld orcas.
Oh, and they tell the other orcas?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. They go to their boys. And they're like, bro, these fucking two-legged skinny fucks had me trapped in this glass cage and were making me do tricks for their kids.
They come by, they got like tattoos and shit.
Bro, those prison orcas, bro.
Prison orcas don't play.
Fucking orcas, time-tested. That shit scares me, bro.
It's kind of racist. Is it because they're black that you're so scared of them and feel this way about them?
It's the white parts of them.
The white parts?
The white parts. Bro, I'm just telling you, man. They're going to be the top of the food chain when everything settles down.
Literally,
they're going to overtake humans for top of the food chain.
Well, what, Earth is what, like 70% water or something like that?
I mean,
they literally, on a global scale, like technically are top of the food chain.
And ain't no more land getting popped up.
Yeah.
It's only going to be more water.
That's fair.
And Africa's splitting in half.
Wait, what?
You didn't see about that either?
No.
There's like
this is cap.
No, it's not.
Africa, you said?
Africa is like splitting in half.
That's going to take so long.
Yeah. There's like
thanks, brother.
It is like
hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. There is
fat too.
It's like Pangea 2.0 happening. Like, there is a giant fucking crack in the middle of Africa, and shit's about to split off.
The world's really ending,
bro. I'm telling you, and orcas are gonna thrive.
So like, why should I have to pay my?
Spenny warned you. Spenny told you. Next time you see one, it's a cute little panda bear. No, it's an orca. It's gonna eat your heart and liver, and then throw you 50 feet in the air.
Lucky Belafonte on the Woodward Sports Chat. Racist against whales.
First that's racist. Humans got a thing called a gun, said Python Knight.
We need like harpoons.
A single bullet is not doing shit to an orca.
You know how many animals just don't give a fuck about guns? Bears, gorillas, orcas. Like,
I mean, guns could get bears.
You seen The Revenant? You ever seen The Revenant?
No, I have not.
That's a good movie.
I thought he killed the bear.
He put shots into that bear. Yeah, after it rips his face off.
He rips his face off?
Dude, that bear fucks him up.
I gotta see that movie. He like lives in the bear, right? Does he survive inside the bears?
Yeah. Humans have a thing called guns, and the government's trying to take them away.
All right,
you know what?
All right,
it's because the government's controlled by orcas.
We're going too far. But outside of the orcas, Africa's split. Well, actually, I don't know. You might be on something.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. There's not more land popping up.
But these are like years and years and years away.
It's people years and years and years and years ago thought it was years and years and years away.
Well,
so I mean, shit's just gonna happen. Shit is just gonna happen at one point, and everybody's be like, "Oh, yeah, well, it was time."
At what point do you think we're allowed to like stop? Like we'll be able to like stop paying our mortgage and stuff like that?
I don't know. I'm hoping it's soon.
Me too. Shifting tectonic plates have been splitting the continent since the East African Rift, A 35-mile-long crack in Ethiopia's desert emerged in 2005. Wow.
I told you, bro. It's just getting bigger.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Getting excited. All right, when we come back, I promise you we're going to address one of the press conferences. You want to do Troy Weaver first? I think we should do Troy Weaver first.
Yeah, we can definitely do Troy Weaver
All right.
first.
I have some takeaways from that one. And I think it kind of hints towards like who the Detroit Pistons are going to draft a little bit.
I'm so scared of the ocean, man. Because there's shit there's dinosaurs in the ocean. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, how it's like 70% of the ocean is unexplored.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck do you think
Is
is
it
down
70%? That's the shit that like blows my mind is the fact that we can go into space, right? And we can go to the moon. And we're on the moon, we're
We've never
fucking
been to the moon.
sticking fucking
We've
flag
never
and
been
cheese.
to the moon. Never been to the moon.
Well, we've been to the moon now.
No, we have not.
But the initial moon landing was...
If we landed on the moon in whenever that was, why haven't we been back since?
We have been.
When?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
Plenty
no,
of
we
times.
haven't.
It's at monkeys.
It's a rock, dog.
They've never been to the moon.
Because there's nothing else. There's no reason to go back. If you're not in the
BBC.com
rover,
says over 80% of the ocean remains unexplored.
that's what I was gonna say. It's insane that we can go to the moon, literally off of the planet, and we've explored
been
off
to
the
the moon.
planet. We have a Mars rover.
The flag was waving.
But
in
on
the moon
this,
landing video.
Yeah,
And
you're talking about the one in the 50s, 70s. Like there's a moon rover. You can go and watch it live
Yeah,
on
you can
NASA
watch a
right now.
robot. You can watch a human.
Well, they've been back to the moon, Spinny.
No, never happened. Space is fake.
My whole point is, it's insane that we've been to space, but they're still like on this fucking planet. 80%, is that the truth? 80%
Yeah,
of the ocean's been
80% of the
unexplored.
ocean.
That's wild.
Lucky Belafonte says ocean dinosaurs laughing.
Those are real.
Yeah, like you're laughing now.
Right, have you not seen Jurassic Park? No,
Megalodons, that shit, that's also scary as fuck. Like
Megalodons are crazy.
I don't fuck with the ocean, man.
How much of the
I was playing in
ocean?
the ocean one time and some big ass thing hit my leg and swam off.
Holy shit. Hold on. In fact, most waters remain unexplored, uncharted, and unseen by our eyes. It might be shocking to find out, but only 5% of the ocean has been explored and charted by humans.
Bro, what do you?
5%.
You're worried about these pussy aliens that won't even come
That's
down
where
and
they
say
are.
shit.
That's where they are.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They're under.
They're in the submarines.
Maybe maybe they got too close.
Atlantis is real.
What do you mean?
That submarine thing got too close to aliens.
There is, I'm almost a species of human. There is like I don't know the name of them. I'll look it up at some point. But there are like this village that can like hold their breath and like swim under the water for like 15 minutes and shit.
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
Avatar. I've seen the movie.
No, it's like a real. I'll find it. Damn it. The Padawans, yeah, that's the name. All right, guys, if you're afraid of orcas,
yes, you should be.
Of Pangea, rehappening, I guess continent ship shaping, you might need some insurance. All right, the best place to get insurance is Swiss Insurance, because now that summer is here, it is important to make sure that you are properly covered. Whether it's a grad party or just a group of people over to enjoy the lake or pool, your liability exposure increases significantly in summertime. Let Swiss Insurance Group review your coverage and make sure you are protected from unexpected loss. Check out Swiss Insurance at SwissINS.com or call Mark today at 248-800-4177. It's Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Your childhood may be over, but playtime is not. Outdoor Equipment Company is your source for outdoor power equipment, sales, service, and parts. Carrying top brands such as Bad Boy, LS Tractor, Steel, and more. Servicing the Great Lakes region with locations in Metro Detroit and Greater Lansing. For more information, visit us at OutdoorEquipmentCo.com. Outdoor Equipment Co., your power equipment playground.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Easy. It's my guy Spin Mo Rax. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. live from Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Catch us here. Hit that like button if you haven't already. 5-star review on our podcast
5-star.
platform. If you catch us after the live stream, we have young Chris in the TD booth, and we have Sid the Kid, a.k.a. Sid Vicious, a.k.a. Luke, a.k.a. Believe Me Later, a.k.a. Just Got Twitter in Toledo. On the fucking ones and
Shout out to that guy,
twos.
62, in the Woodward Sports Chat. He says orcas and dolphins are the ops. No caps. It's true. It's true.
Gotta circle the block.
Why are they? I just don't see them as
They are the ops, for sure. They're the biggest threat to humanity outside of humanity.
Stop playing. No.
Outside of humanity itself, the biggest threat to humanity are orcas and dolphins.
Does AI count? Does AI count as humanity?
That's man-made.
Yeah, man-made.
Man-made. Doesn't count.
Man-made.
That counts as humanity?
Yeah.
All right. You know what's man-made?
Chris.
The NBA and the NBA draft. Coming up this Thursday. I'm excited. Is it just me? I said this yesterday, too, when we talked to Khalil, but did this come quicker than expected? Or is it just me? I've been, like, busy as hell.
No, it has.
It popped up pretty fast. But the NBA draft always, like, they don't fuck around.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, just get to it?
Yeah, they get
You're
right to it.
NFL enjoys the coverage, the drama. The NBA's drama is like summer, speculation, free agency. NBA stirs up some drama too. But Troy Weaver spoke with the press today. A lot of GM talk. But he was asked specifically when it comes to
Still got oceans
Pacifically, oceans on the mind. He's asked specifically.
Orcas.
Is he at this point with the franchise? Is he looking towards like a guy that's gonna like, be a piece of the puzzle, the fit that I like, or is he more looking for like a star? And this is what he had to say.
I like the long ball.
Oh yeah.
I'm not.
Love it.
I'm not bunting or trying to slap it into short center. Like, I'm gonna take a big swing.
Says he likes the long ball. He's not butting. He's not looking to hit it into midfield. He's going for it all.
Chicks dig the long ball. It's proven.
It is proven. But
And
given
long balls.
the draft prospects expected to be there at number 5, it's kind of telling to like who he's going to take.
I don't know. I think that still leaves it open quite a bit because there are a lot of guys that fit that description. I think.
Do you think Taylor Hendricks fit that? That's your guy.
No, I don't think he does fit that description. I don't think that's the long ball. I think that's a fit pick. He also talked about the fit and trying to get more guys in here that'll help the team and what's best for the team and stuff like that. But I mean, you like to hear that. That kind of plays to what Koo said yesterday when we had him on about how the Pistons aren't in a position to be like, yeah, we're drafting for fit. We're getting this guy because he goes well. No, they just need talent.
Yeah.
They got to get the best talent available because this was a 17-win team last year.
And I know, to be honest with you, like across all sports, or at least for sure the ones I love the most, which is football and basketball. I mean, MMA doesn't count because it's not a team sport, but like all GMs say that is, best player available. But a lot of situations they do take like needs as well. You know what I'm saying? I think like you're looking for the long ball, but possibly at a position of need. But I'm looking at the draft board, and some of the names have been rumored. The one name that I hate, but wouldn't be upset because I can still see the reasoning behind it is Jarris Walker. But I feel like, does that take him off the board for you? Or like expectations of him being drafted at 5? Like, I don't expect Jarris Walker to be drafted at 5 now after listening to that. Taylor Hendricks, I don't expect to be drafted at 5 now. What I feel is boosted, though, if available, is Sor Thompson. I feel like, and after the cancellation of the workouts for Indiana, who's drafting at 7, it feels like this might be the guy. I mean, we're plenty of confirmation now between Koo, who we spoke to yesterday. I think James Edwards had something out there floating too. Yeah, James Edwards actually had something floating that they don't like Cam Whitmore. Or he had a bad workout. Did you see that? Fuck. Hurts.
Yeah, he said that on the Sam Vecini draft theory pod where he kind of broke down. He said Taylor Hendricks had a great workout and Cam did not have a very good workout. So it was one of those things where it could be a smokescreen, and that's what James said. He said, I haven't been fooled before. These are reliable sources. But if you were to ever smoke screen a draft, this is the one. That's what those are his exact words.
Yeah, I think this draft is stacked. At least like the first like 5 or 6 players.
The Runyon 99 in the Woodward Sports Chat says,
The Runyon.
Why does Troy sound like Clint Eastwood?
He does, bro.
He does a little bit.
I've been listening to that, and like I'll be honest, I hit my pen a little bit. And I was like, I don't know if it's the combination of Troy the pen, but I was like,
yeah,
dozing a little bit. And the mic was messed up too. One thing for sure in Detroit, I'm not going to do the first part, but the second part, Pistons audio issues seems like a thing at every single press conference. When Armtellin was speaking after the draft, they had to go switch out his mic. This Troy Weaver situation, his mic was cutting in and out, but he did sound like Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
I like the long ball.
He does sound like.
Where's he from?
Troy? I don't know.
From like New York or like down south? Oh baby. Either way.
Washington D.C.
He also had this to say when it came to best fit and all of that, fit versus talent.
Yeah, he said we're going to stick to our ethos and pick the player that best fits us in every way, in the locker room, on the floor, and in the community. But fit over position, no. We'll do what's best for the team.
Asor Thompson. I think he's going to be a Detroit Piston. And we'll find out Friday. We'll find out Thursday for sure. But
night.
We'll be able to speak on it Friday officially at Dispo, Hazel Park. Make sure you guys stop by.
Shout out.
Sean will be there. Sean's like ready for this segment this time.
Yeah.
Like we were partying a little bit last time. Like Sean's like he wants his do-over. I get a do-over to actually say the correct name.
Yeah, call him Sean.
Yeah. And John's a big sports guy, too.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm excited what he brings. But, yeah, make sure you guys stop by there, too. But I think Asor Thompson's the pick. And to be honest with you, Spinny, my roommate and I, Lucas, Sid Vicious, he was even bitching at me at one point. Can we watch something else? We were watching Asor Thompson heavy last night.
Mm-hmm.
I like it, bro. I really do. I think he's extremely athletic, and not an athletic. And it's kind of similar. I don't know if it's cool with saying this or it was one of the videos we were watching last night. But he's not like athletic in a way where like LeBron James, like thunderous dunks and shit like that. But he's just like fluid.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Fluid
Great balance.
athlete.
I think it was cool with saying that.
Yeah, he said it's not just vertical and speed; it's body control, timing, awareness, and that definitely plays a factor into it.
And the concerns for him being some of the shooting, but 33% in OTE, which is the Overtime Elite League.
Mm-hmm.
That's the NBA line that we learned yesterday from Koo. Well, some people already knew that. I didn't know that. That's your 33%, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
And like with Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey, I think he's going to have a lot of open shots. The defense. Last night we watched him go against your guy.
Yeah.
Ant Edwards. You ever see that?
No.
Gripped him up. Got the ball 2 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, Ant got his, but that's how that works, right? Like Ant's Ant. Like at that level, you can only hope to contain. That's the term they say.
Chico G in the Woodward Sports Chat makes a good point. He says he's Jason Tatum with athleticism.
He is Jason Tatum with
athleticism. That's exactly how
athleticism.
Chris would explain it.
You know what, Chris? Yeah. Chris? Jason Tatum with athleticism? Jason Tatum's athletic. Come on now.
Yeah, and a little bit of playmaking too, probably. I'd put a little bit of playmaking in there. No, Asar's great. I'm warming up to the idea of taking him, but I still just would not take him over Cam because I just think that Cam is a lethal shooter, and that is the most important skill that the Pistons need. And while they also need defense, that Asar is great at, I think Cam can definitely provide, especially with his frame and his abilities. I think he can be. He's not quite the athlete that the Thompson twins are, but he is a damn good athlete, and he will walk into the NBA as upper tier athlete day one.
Yeah,
just like the Thompson twins.
But I'm with you. Like I was Cam at one point too, but after the workout news, James plugged in. Like the Pistons did like a not an Inside the Den, whatever type of version of Detroit Pistons you want to talk about it. But the one reporter that was involved with that, which is not, he doesn't work for the organization itself, was James Edwards. James Edwards was granted a spot in that, and like that shows respect for him and his coverage. And to be honest with you, I think he is, outside of course our guy Detroit Kool-Aid, the best out at actually covering the team on the beat is James. Everyone at the Athletic is phenomenal, by the way, too.
Athletic's great, man.
Yeah.
Athletic's great.
Yeah, but for James to say that the Cam had the poor workout, for Troy to come out here and say he's going for the gusto, I think it points to the sword, and I don't have a problem with it at all.
I don't either.
Because here's the other part of it too. Dude plays defense, and he's a winner.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Cade, you look at Ivy, and you look at Duran, all phenomenal, great, like talented pieces, but none of them really like won where they were previously.
Yeah.
Like Cade made the tournament, was out. Ivy made the tournament. When did they get out? 16?
They got bounced.
They got bounced pretty early.
Yeah.
And then Duran, obviously, they got bounced by Gonzaga, I think, that year.
Mm-hmm.
And that team was like low-key stacked if you look at Monty Bates and whoever else they had too.
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing for like winning situations. Now I know this is overtime elite. I don't know how we want to value that, but back-to-back champions, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Asor back-to-back MVP in the league, or maybe it's Amin. Do you know? Amin's the back-to-back MVP. Nonetheless, so back-to-back champions too. So you also had that winning prowess to add to this team, alongside the defensive prowess to add to this team that has kind of been lacking. I mean, Jalen's got it, but off of pure athleticism. You know what I'm saying?
He's a much better defender than Jaden Ivey. And I mean, Cade Cunningham's a great defender too. We can't forget that. But those are the two things that you look at that were the biggest holes for the Pistons last year were defense and three-point shooting. So if he can step on the league and be a 33% three-point shooter, that's a win. We know his athleticism is going to translate. We know his defense is going to translate. We know his playmaking will translate. So it's like Koo said it yesterday, it depends on the shooting because he's not as much of an athletic freak as Amon, but he can still go out there and make some things happen, and he can play defense with the best of them.
Yeah. It's between him or Cam. I really don't feel like Jarris Walker is that like go for the gusto. I think he's one of the safe. He's a safe pick.
I don't understand the Jarris Walker love, man.
I don't either.
Crazy.
I really don't. I had my beef with Pistons Twitter. All right, I'll leave them kids alone this time of year.
Yeah.
I don't want none of that.
You don't want to rile up the Hornets' nest again?
Yeah, I don't want to rile up the Hornets' nest. The most annoying Hornets' nest ever.
Have moms calling you and shit.
You
called my son stupid.
Yeah. Well, your son's stupid, man.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with this pick. I know it hasn't happened yet. It just feels like the pick. I guess he can be in with that piece though too. I mean, he's still athletic. He still shoots really well. Mm-hmm. The size was a little bit different from like the unofficial measurements that we had. At one point, we were on the show propaganding a 6'11" wingspan, which he doesn't have. And by the way, you found it yesterday, NBA.com Combine. Could you, from that same link from Cam, can you find if Asors and Amons are on there? Because I was literally looking for it. I couldn't find it. Did they not take part in the Combine for like their official measurements? And also, to be fair, Cade, I saw on the Woodward Sports Chat yesterday, he was like 6'8", until he got here to Detroit and ended up being like 6'5". That was kind of annoying, but he's still a beast. I love Cade.
Yeah, and there's just a lot of like the draft measurement stuff. Like you've heard the stories of Kevin Garnett being 7 foot and not wanting to be labeled 7 foot, so he didn't have to play center. Like Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant. Like there are players that will either shorten or exaggerate their heights.
Their agents.
I mean, nobody's doing what Bryce Young did and showing up in lifts. I mean, that's not happening. But players do be kind of lying about their height and stuff, depending on what they want to play. And again, Cam is 18 years old, so like it's also very possible. You don't count on this when drafting him, but it's very possible that he grows. Like he's an 18-year-old kid.
Yeah.
He's a year and a half younger than the Thompson twins.
I haven't found
that's fair.
The NBA.com, but NBADraft.net says he's got a 7 foot wingspan. So does
Asor.
So does NBA Draft Room.
That's what I heard.
So does FanDuel. So does Bally Sports.
I mean, a defensive guy is most likely going to play the wing position for you. 7 foot wingspan. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. The only cause for pause is for Cam. But we'll get to that more, but not before Speed tells us about Lady Jane's.
Lady Jane's. You can walk into any Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically be entered for your chance to win not one but 2 vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, 2 cars, one for you and one for your wife, girlfriend, or best bud. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zaniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm singing. Maybe 6 feet ain't so far down.
Why is this happening?
I don't know.
I saw it from Runyon. What up, though? Welcome back to the World Heavyweights live on WorldSports.com. I'm your boy Easy. That's my guy Spin Morax, Young Chris, Sid Vicious, a.k.a. Lucas, a.k.a. Believe Me Later, and the ones and twos. I saw a comment from QT in the World Sports chat I want to address or ask you to get your opinion on too. He says, tools are there for Asar. Just not sure how skilled he is seeing him play 17-year-olds in overtime elite.
That's fair. That's fair. That's a fair question. But, I mean, would you rather see him play 17-year-olds or 18-year-olds in college? Like, it's not that big of a jump to me. His competition compared to what they play in college basketball is not that big of a jump to me. NBA draft is basically off raw talent. Like, that's what you're drafting off of in the NBA is raw talent and potential. So it's there with him. The raw talent is there with the Thompson twins. We have an inside source on, our own Chad Johnson. His son played with these kids his whole life growing up, and he said they were always crazy. He said when they were eighth grade, they were starting on varsity, dunking on seniors. Like, these kids are athletic freaks, and that's what the majority of the NBA is, or the NBA draft is off potential and raw talent.
Yeah, I think you look at like the NBA guys. And there's so many examples before whatever rule went into effect. I don't know the name of it specifically, but guys were getting drafted out of high school already. Kevin Garnett, KG, that Chris was just talking about, drafted out of high school.
Dwight Howard,
Kobe Bryant, drafted out of high school. LeBron James, drafted out of high school. Those are guys who are playing against 17-year-old kids and obviously panned out. The other thing I got to say too is, and again, this is like discovered from last night, and it's not on like its own video. It's one of the shorts, but there's a short out there, and it's of Soar Thompson guarding Ant Edwards. Ant Edwards, who's one of the best offensive weapons, I'd say, in the NBA right now. Not the best, but he is one. He's got a bucket. He's a bucket.
Yes.
All right, and Edwards is a bucket, and not only a bucket, he's a dog. That's the other part of it too. Especially if you're a dog going against a high schooler or however you want to determine Asar Thompson as. Like you're gonna shit on him. Like, right? No, Asar, and Lucas could attest this too. Asar held his own, stole the ball, got buckets over him as well. Like I think he's him. The only concern, I don't have the concern actually. He's 20 years old versus Cam Whitmore being 18. I think that Cam obviously can develop being that young, but Asar's got the athleticism to where like I'm not like scared that there's a ceiling there. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like he can still get better even though he's 20 years old.
That's fair.
But I mean the age doesn't really concern me too much. I don't know.
The age doesn't concern me much either. You're trying like Cam Whitmore's 18 years old.
Yeah.
Like these kids, they're playing against kids. It's what happens. It's what happens on a non-professional basketball level. Whether it be high schoolers that they're playing against or guys 1 year out of high school, it doesn't make that much of a difference.
Yeah. We got actually our guy, Nick. Nick's piping up against them playing against high schoolers.
Nick probably wants Jarris Walker.
I'm gonna find out if we get Nick in the chair. Nick actually was nice in the mic when he got his opportunity on draft night. I do want to see what Nick's got to say. But I don't have a beef with it. Chris, you're a basketball guy.
Yeah. I just don't believe in the shot. That's what it is with Asar.
Even though it's
I believe
NBA
in it
range.
more than a mid, but I don't like it. Like, have you watched his shooting form? Like, it's gross. It's terrible. Yeah, it's terrible, as Charles Barkley would say. It's just not a good form, and it's going to be tough for him to get off good looks against defenses. But again, he is a very good athlete. I think he's very smart. I think he's got a good feel for the game. I think he has no doubt translating well into the league. I just think with Cade and Ivy in particular, you're not expecting either one of them to be elite or knockdown shooters, and so you would like to have a knockdown shooter on the wing, at least one. And Cam Whitmore, I think, is very likely going to be that. He's 40% on catch-and-shoot threes. When he had surgery on his shooting thumb, that kept him out till January.
Yeah.
So like this guy has real shooting ability. Like I think people are getting lost in his athleticism and how good of an athlete he is. And some people are looking at that and underlying the shooting. Some people are looking at the shooting and underlying the athleticism. I just think Cam has a ceiling of all NBA. And I think when you won 17 games and you have a guy that fits well with the team and has that kind of ceiling, you just take that, and there's no second guessing it, you know. But history tells us, you know, this draft 5 through 9, somebody's going to make the right pick and somebody's going to make the wrong pick.
Yeah.
So it's up to Troy to nail it. That's what I said at the beginning of this offseason, and that's what he has to do. He has to nail this pick 100%.
brought up the great comment in the Woodward Sports Chat in terms of speaking of like young kids getting drafted is don't forget Kwame Brown. There is the opposite side of the coin with young guys getting drafted too.
Yeah, I mean,
happens though.
every draft is a coin flip. Every player you take in the NBA draft could be a bust.
He also had Michael Jordan shitting on him every single day in practice.
If we didn't have Lucas in, bro, I almost would have, because you don't know how to work the phones, right?
Yeah, and they're down too.
Yeah. All right, I was saying, I love that QT calling because he actually makes a great points here too. QT once more says, I just can't evaluate the Thompson skills with the highlights I've seen. When I see them all, they're scoring in transition and getting the basket against guys Chris and Easy could drive on. Thanks for the compliment there, I guess.
I don't buy that one because, like Spencer said, I just think when you're looking at the talent levels in the leagues, it's all kind of comparable because for every Duke, there's also a Middle Tennessee. You know what I mean? That you're playing, and you're playing a guy that's not going to be.
Way to go, Chris.
I don't know college like that, so forgive me for saying
about the one
teams,
school that fucking whooped the shit out of.
Either way, the point being that there are teams that are very good and have potential NBA players, and then there are teams that don't. Like at best, a college team has one, maybe two guys, unless you're playing Kentucky. So I just don't think you can really knock the overtime talent when the college talent pool is maybe overall better, but not by much. You just have to look at the draft this year and see what they do.
Probably 4 of the top 5 players in the NBA draft this year didn't play in college.
That's
so true. I mean, I wouldn't say that the talent in college is just astronomically better than what they were playing against.
Yeah, and let's be real about it too. Now the overtime league is now. Wasn't Jalen Green out of the overtime league as well?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's giving us. Oh no, he was.
No, he was G League.
G League.
Yeah, he was G League.
I get them mixed up every once in a while.
Too.
Yeah, because overtime is high schoolers and like older kids. There was that one game Lucas and I were watching. The score was like fucking 44-88, and they did like this insane fucking globetrotter. Play. I was like, well, that's not happening. I'm with you, QT, but again, I got the ant. What?
The one thing I would say, like with overtime versus college, the one thing that I would say kind of translates and leans college is not necessarily the talent pool, it's the atmosphere. Like the atmosphere of college gets you ready for
overtime.
Yeah, overtime is empty arenas.
Yeah,
and then atmosphere of college basketball is like that's like the closest you can get to like an NBA crowd. I mean, for a lot of schools, it's even better than some NBA crowds. So that kind of pressure makes a difference. Like we saw in the bubble what people were doing. Like T.J. Warren was cooking. When there's nobody in the gym, it's easier to get a bucket. So that would be the one thing I would point to. But again, overall, I don't think these leagues are that different. I think you look at the prospect,
that's fair,
and then
too.
You make your points off of your evaluation off of that. You don't look at the competition. Just look at the prospect and what they do.
CHM in the Woodward Sports Chat wants to know, can you get a hell yeah for cold Labatt and grilled meat?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah. All that and more discuss. Lucas laughs because he just fucking didn't grow up watching Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Neither did I.
Right, I didn't.
Neither did you, but you knew it was.
Yeah.
He's a fucking legend.
I'm not denying that. It wasn't the best impression of Steve Austin.
All right, let's hear it. You got a mic in front of you.
What do you want me to say?
Let me get a hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I gave it. Probably a little bit better than yours.
What? You thought it was better than mine?
Take the L.
There's no way it was better than my hell yeah.
Okay. It's okay. I brought us a microwave home this weekend. Let me get this one.
You did bring us a
microwave. You
have
a microwave?
I had a microwave, but it's broken.
Oh.
And it's like one of those built-in ones, too, so it's like not fixing.
Rip that boy off the wall.
And fucking just duct tape.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. But listen, who needs a microwave when you got a fucking, what do you call it? Toast? What the fuck they call them?
Toaster oven? Air fryer?
Yes.
Air fryer.
Yeah, why would you even bring a microwave?
You still need a microwave, though.
I don't know.
For what?
For Easy Mac. I learned that when I bought fucking Spinny yelled at me for it too. Dude, why don't you fucking eat real food?
You bought a bunch of Easy Mac and you don't even have a microwave?
Yeah. I was bootlegging them boys.
Can I get an L yeah?
An L yeah? Hell yeah. When we get back, the Detroit Pistons are talking about trading. What are the Pistons are talking about trading per se? Where this going to come
Jazz
from?
is contacting teams. They contacted the Pistons.
What publications dropping this one? You know?
Here we got the.
We'll find out when we get back, but not before I tell you guys. I don't actually know. Yeah, I do like to tell you guys about Randy Wise. Randy Wise Auto Celebrity Golf Tour. All right, if you like to golf with the one, the only Darren McCarty, who not only has 4 Stanley Cup championships, but also 2 hole-in-ones in his lifetime. just as recent as yesterday, then you have the opportunity to do so by entering any Randy Wise Automotive Team location for your opportunity to join the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour alongside Dan McCarty, Brandon Edwards, Spin Mo, Rex, Jim Harbaugh, and many, many more. It's easy as joining Randy Wise. Hop in there, tell them what the fuck I got to do to go play against these guys in golf and find out. It's World Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though? Welcome back to WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my guy Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
Young Chris in the TD booth. JB Smooth is gone, so we have Lucas filling in for him.
You got yourself there. You're about to say it.
You like it? Hell yeah! Hell yeah! No, you're off.
It's close.
It's nowhere near.
I've done it like twice in my life, and you just saw it. You've been doing it your whole
I know,
life.
but you said it was better than mine. That's where we're like, there's a disconnect there. It's a hell yeah.
It's connected
not a
real
hell
quick.
yeah. You're going like some screamo shit. I don't know what you're doing over there. Hit a like when you guys haven't already. 5-star review on all podcast platforms if you catch the show after the stream. Talk a little bit more Pistons, and we actually got some lines in the prep too. But before we get to that, the Detroit Pistons are rumored to be shopping, or the Jazz are rumored to be shopping both picks 9 and 16, specifically to the Detroit Pistons for pick 5.
Yeah.
This is according to Yahoo Sports, which, if I'm being honest with you, that's one of those publications that they're credible, I should say. Not a fan of it. Fucking not at all.
No?
Hate that? No. Nope. It pisses me off.
Why?
I mean, your guy's there, Taylor Hendricks.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe, right? Maybe. Why? We know how these drafts like typically work. Like, everything after pick 3 is such a fucking like crapshoot. I'd rather have first dibs on who you think's gonna be best.
I forget who it was on ESPN, but he said Cam Whitmore is falling down draft boards.
Why? Did you say why?
It was ESPN's draft guy. I forget his name. Johnny
I forget who it was on
Johnny
ESPN.
Gavoni. Johnny Gavoni. Yep. Sorry.
No, but why, Chris? I don't give a fuck who said it.
Bad workouts. Bad workouts, kind of stuff like that. I think it's all a smokescreen, because he was also, as of this week, being put as the 3rd highest prospect. People were putting him above Brandon Miller. So like, it's just
Now
very
that's name sinking on draft
rangy.
boards, Brandon Miller.
Yeah, I think he has more of a chance to slide than Cam Whitmore, honestly, because we heard bad workouts from him too. So I think it's a little bit of smoke screens. It's a little bit of posturing. I just think he's way too talented to not take in the top 5, 6.
I will say this only because you said you had concerns with a Soares shot release. I kind of the same for Cam a little bit. I was watching him work out with Melo. It's a nice shot,
yeah,
but it comes off slow. I feel like it's like a slow release. Mm-hmm. I don't think Soares is actually as bad as you made it out to be, but it's lower. It's one of the lower ones.
It's lower and it's slow too. Like it's
slow.
It's not Anthony Black bad. Look, Anthony Black is my guy. That's a jump shot that needs some work. But Cam's, I mean, look, you could speed up a release of a jump shot. That's kind of easier. That's kind of easier to do than retweak your whole mechanics. So,
I mean, that's one of my observations on Cam. But I think Cam is worthy. I think I can see him going above Brandon Miller. By the way, the Brandon Miller stuff, is that what do you make of that? Do you still look at him as a?
Yeah, I still think he's a top 3, top 4 prospect in this draft.
There's talks now that Amon's the 3rd guy, and I've seen Miller as low as like 7 on some of these mock drafts.
I doubt he falls out of the top 5.
Yeah, I think he's still top 5.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he ends up being a Detroit Pistons.
Detroit has, if he somehow falls at 5 and Troy passes on him, who are you going to take at 5 that'd be more talented than him? Yeah. And have an impact year 1 like that?
It's a good conversation too. I think he's younger than the Thompson twins too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Would you be mad if Soares was the pick over Brandon Miller?
Honestly, yeah. I'm still not in, like, I still don't buy into they don't fit, but they're talented. Like, this team doesn't have that much time. Like, by the time they come into their peak, you're going to have to pay Cade, Ivy, and Duran. And if you can't pay all of them, then what did you just draft them for? If you truly are buying into them, you need to get them talent that can fit and contribute now. Whether that comes at 5 or you trade, but trading back makes no sense to me. Because it's just, the farther you go back in the draft, the less talent, and the more you're going to have to work to get these guys up to an NBA level. So it's just more time, more money, and stuff that the Pistons don't have right now.
Yeah, and like the names that like the pick at 9, like I wouldn't hate if he's there. I like a Taylor Hendricks or Jarris Walker at 9. I don't hate that. I don't like those names at 5 because I feel like those are names that you can get at 9.
Mm-hmm.
If that's who you're targeting, if you're looking for fit, then yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But if you're true to what you said in the press conference from today, and you're going for the home run ball, the long ball, I think you stay put at 5 and you take possibly Brandon Miller if he falls to you, or Asor Thompson. And also I stand corrected on that. Asor Thompson and Ahmed Thompson are actually younger than Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller's 20.6 years old, according to Tankathon.com.
All right. Let's
2 months younger. Yeah. Hey, I just got to correct myself.
Yeah, I agree with what you said, though. If he does believe what he's saying, if he does mean what he's saying about going for the long ball, not going for bunts and doubles, you don't trade down. If anything, you trade up.
Yeah.
Because it's the NBA draft. We know that once you get down in the teens, it's kind of a shit show.
Yeah.
And 9's pretty close to there. Now, if they traded down to 9 and still got Taylor Hendricks, I'd be fucking ecstatic.
That's not
but
happening.
I don't think he'll be there. I don't think he'll be available there. So we'll see what they do, but I find a hard time believing they're going to trade down after what Troy Weaver said today.
I'm agreeing with you too. Like, and I get, like, I don't deny that this report is true. I guarantee you, like, yeah, the Jazz called to move the 5 if they could. Doesn't mean that the Pistons are taking it.
Mm-hmm.
You always call. You always make the call to see if you could do certain things. I'm sure the Pistons called to see to get number 1.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying?
How much you want for Wemby?
Yeah, but like that doesn't necessarily.
Give me 7 Mile.
Yeah, I'll give you 7 Mile Road.
Yeah, 7 Mile, American Coney Island, a couple draft picks, and easy.
Hey, what the fuck?
Would you trade yourself if the Pistons got Wemby?
No. I have a son. I trade you. Trade yourself.
Yeah, you can trade me.
Yeah. You get them thick girls. You like them thick.
Down in San Antonio.
Charles Barkley. That was, dude. Your Chuck is terrible, man.
Terrible.
It's too Kermity.
Yeah, it sounds like a.
He's Kermity.
He's not that Kermity.
Yeah.
He's better than Lucas's.
Dial
Stone
back
Cold
the
Steve
Kermit
Austin.
a little bit.
What are you trying?
I can't.
You're only scapegoat right now.
I can't.
Listen, Chuck.
No, yeah, you go to Shaq as you do Shaq. Do a Chuck.
Can't talk about those big women down in San Antonio.
San Antonio. San Antonio. San Antonio.
Sound like a
I've
Martian.
seen 2 women in San Antonio take it down Churro like it was their fucking first day out.
Why am I blanking on that cartoon, the cartoon Martian, dude? That's what Easy
That was
kind of
so
sounds
easy.
like.
That's his name, Martian.
Yeah, the Martian.
Fall. Roughing the passer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's yeah. That was pretty good.
Leave my Chuck alone.
I'm just saying, it's just not.
Why are you guys going at my? Let's hear your Chuck.
I'm not hating on it. I'm
Let's
just
hear your
saying,
Chuck.
It doesn't sound like Chuck.
All right, say San Antonio and Chuck. Chuckanese.
San Antonio. I don't know.
That was spitty. What was that?
It's terrible.
That was Shaq.
Come on, Kenny.
Come on, Kenny.
You're going too Kermit, man.
I don't know, man. I feel like I'm on the money.
No.
Just saying.
I'm the best.
No, that was awful. That was Kermit. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, Chuck. Come on, Kenny. Come on, Kenny.
You're getting there.
Yeah, you're getting there. You're
Come
getting
on,
there.
Kenny.
Come on, Kenny. Nonetheless, the Pistons trade pick 5 for 9-16. I'd be pretty fucking pissed.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but these things come up. We have to report on them. It's our job.
These tings.
These things.
Other on things.
Would you want to see them make a trade at all? Because they've talked about trades with
No.
the Mavericks.
Nope.
We're moving. You don't want them to trade at all. You're cool
Nope.
with the roster they have now.
If they move up, I'm cool with it. I'm not interested in moving down.
Yeah.
I've made my mind's been set. Honestly, on Asor at this point, or Cam, but
Asor is over Cam for you now.
That's a great question.
There's no
That's a great
better
question.
fit for the Pistons than Cam, in my opinion.
Cam feels,
Taylor
but
Hendricks.
after like more information coming out about Cam, like the 6'8" wingspan now instead of 6'11", he's closer to 6'5" than he is 6'6". Like those things concern me, but he is 18 years old, so they aren't set in stone. We've seen KD grow in this league after already like dominating in it.
Taylor Hendricks has
AD's
a 7'1" wingspan.
Yeah, he does.
Taylor Hendricks is 7. Yeah, but we're not taking him at 5. I think I don't want to say.
Come on,
I want to for sure. I don't know, dude, because of the defensive prowess of Asor too, and the winningness, like it's just a piece they're missing, man.
What about Grady Dick?
Come on, you just wanted to say Grady Dick.
Do you love Dick?
All right. I think I don't
He's
know
a
if I
fine
don't know.
player. He's a fine player. He played at Kansas. One of the best shooters in the draft.
There's no way I would want the Detroit Pistons to draft Grady Dick.
What if they made this trade though and they took him at 9?
No, I don't care. I wouldn't want to take him at fucking 12.
Why don't you like Dick, Lucas?
You're taking this in a direction it needs to go to. After the end of last segment, or last show, I should say.
What happened last show?
With the cheek talk?
The cake talk.
Yeah.
You were here.
Oh, yes.
You were the one that started it.
Yeah, last show.
No, he started it. Talking about
You
his
were the
ass.
one that ran with it more than anything.
You started it. We're not doing this.
Exactly. That's my whole point.
I want to answer the question that was asked. Whoever asked me if I'm taking a Sword Thompson over Cam Whitmore. I think, yeah.
Come on, Kenny.
I think if you add the defensive prowess there, I don't know how you'd coin the term, the winningness. I don't fucking know. Having that in his resume, though. It's all shit that we don't have now. On top of this, the prospect of him being pretty fucking good. Like, the athleticism is there. 33%. I know you have concerns about the way it looks. Sean Marion survived in this league very, very long time with the fucking ugliest shot. And I think it's a lot prettier than that one. I think it's quicker than Cam Whitmore's. I think it's 33% from an actual NBA three-point line, although against overtime elite players, yeah, but there's your 33%. Scoot's getting drafted, he fucking shot 27. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with it. I think everything he brings, I could value over Cam. What intrigues me about Cam, though, is the shooting and the age.
Aaron S. says the Magic need to draft Black at 6 and Dick at 11.
I got nothing. I keep trying to bring back the sports, guys. I promise.
That's sports. What do you mean?
I guess.
Anthony Black, Chris loves him.
Not a fan of Dick, though.
Not a fan of Dick,
that's
though.
false.
He's not in Wisconsin anymore.
I don't know, man. I don't want the Pistons to move
But
back.
Punch Guy
either way.
makes a good point. He says you don't trade back in
No.
the NBA draft. This isn't the NFL.
Thank you.
Because the talent is what you're looking for, and once you get out of that top 7, the talent falls off pretty hard.
You're rolling the dice.
Yeah. That's what I'm at too. It's not the NFL where like NFL there's 11 positions, bro, on each side of the ball. So like you could possibly grab the best guy at that position for fucking 22 straight picks.
Yeah.
In the NBA, there's 5. You know what I'm saying? It's a different sport. You don't trade back in the NBA, and if you do, I'm gambling for like a team that's going to end up in the lottery top 5 pick like the following year. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I'm trading back if I'm the Detroit Pistons. I'm not trading for back into this draft class. All due respect, Chris.
The only trade I've heard that I like is the Mavericks, where you're trading not draft capital to move back. You're just trading back into the draft with Bojan. And I like Bojan, so I'm cool if he stays. But if Taylor Hendricks is there at 10, I am definitely talking myself. And there's a real chance because I do think actually Utah Jazz, who have been mocked for Taylor Hendricks, are more looking at Anthony Black right now. But if Taylor Hendricks is there at 10 and all it takes is Bojan to get back into the draft at 10 to get a guy like Taylor Hendricks, and then you pair him with Cam or Asar, whoever you took at 5, I like that. That would be my dream day draft scenario for the Pistons, is if they were somehow able to walk away with Cam and Taylor Hendricks. I would be less ecstatic, but still happy with Asar. I'm fine with Asar, but I just prefer Cam at 5.
Less ecstatic.
Less ecstatic.
Blesses.
Regular static.
Chico G in the Woodward Sports Chat says the rasp is there, easy. Just make it a little deeper.
For Stone Cold?
No, Charles.
Does Charles have a rasp?
Yeah, he's from.
I think it's all Kermit.
He's from Alabama.
But rasp is this.
No, yeah, but you just make it a little deeper.
Kenny.
No.
Sorry,
Batman.
We were making progress.
Yeah.
That's Chris's roleplay voice in Wisconsin.
Yeah. When he's in the closet watching.
Come on, Kenny.
Dressed as Batman.
Almost always dressed as Superman.
I was adopted by the darkness.
I'm done trying, Chuck. There's
Just
no.
Just make it a little deeper.
I'm
Pause.
done.
I'm
done. I'm done.
All right, got worse and worse. Let me tell you guys about Guardian Alarm. Because Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and no Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
All of Detroit sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm doing. He has a Kermit in it.
Come on, Kenny. Stop, we're gonna get
That don't work me.
copyrighted.
I'm doing that.
Too much Kermit.
It's not. It's literally how it sounds. You're lying to me right now. Come on, Spinny.
That was a good one.
That was the best one yet, but it's still too much Kermit.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights.
That's bad.
Yeah.
But he has Kermit. Don't deny the Kermit in Chuck's voice.
It's not that much Kermit, though.
There's a lot of Kermit there. Bro.
You're doing too much Kermit.
Listen.
Stop. We're going to get strikes, bro.
No, we're not.
It's just him laughing.
We're going to get strikes for this.
1, 2, 3. It's
literally what do you do? That's Kermit all day. Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. Live on woodsports.com. Fun day. Monday through Fridays, 5 through 7.
I'm Chuck. That's Spinny.
We got young Chris in the TD booth. Sid the Kid, Sid Vicious, a.k.a. Lucas Klotz, Clitoris Klotz, a.k.a. just got Twitter in Toledo on the ones and twos.
My chest is cramping.
Yeah. You
Did
got
some push-ups
to
last
flexing your
night.
widow muscles.
Hey,
Guys,
watch your mouth.
it's time to talk some football.
I'm about ready to talk some ball.
Spinny, you got some Detroit Lions topics here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to let you pick which one you want to talk about first because one, I feel like we kind of did. I mean, we kind of went stupid with it. I think we killed it. The other one's new. And it's
Which one did we do?
You got me before
yeah.
the show. And it was the PFF ranking the Detroit Lions receiving core.
Mm-hmm.
10 spots below the Chicago Bears.
Mm-hmm.
So here's where Detroit was ranked.
Here's what they say about the Detroit receiving core. Amon-Ra St. Brown took a step into the elite category, earning a 90.4 receiving grade last season. Detroit moved on from T.J. Hockenson via the trade in the middle of last year, but they have Marvin Jones Jr., Josh Reynolds, and added rookie Sam Laporta, who is sure to make a decent part of their passing game. So they didn't mention Jameson Williams. They didn't mention Jahmyr Gibbs.
David Montgomery even.
And here's what they say about the Bears. Last year, the Bears came in at number 32 out of 32 on this list. This year, it's a new look group. Since the beginning of last season, they've added DJ Moore and Chase Claypool to run with Darnell Mooney and Cole Kmet. It is also coming off back-to-back solid seasons. With an increase in Justin Fields' passing efficiency, this group could thrive.
You can't just throw a fucking theoretical increase in his passing efficiency. You can't fucking do that.
And then not do it for the Lions.
Yeah, you can't just fucking, with Justin Fields playing better, no. He has to play better first. We can say shit like this. What in the fuck? At 13?
13. Here,
They're a top 15 wide receiving corp in the fucking league.
Let me pull up the list and see who they are behind.
That's wild to me, bro. I can't stand the hype around the Bears this year. And I know, I openly admit to being biased against the Bears more than any other organization. And the Cowboys are up to 2. Cowboys are close second. But following my hate is the fucking nonsense hype around this team. Why?
They're one spot behind the Los Angeles Chargers.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You have Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Quentin Johnston, Austin Eckler, and Gerald Everett. They are ahead of the Los Angeles Rams. They are ahead of the Baltimore Ravens. The Jacksonville Jaguars are at 16. They're ahead of the Pittsburgh Steelers with the likes of Deontay Johnson and George Pickens. They're ahead of the Washington Commanders.
Who is
Terry McLaurin? And
who's the
Jahan
third best receiver on the Detroit Lions?
Probably Marvin Jones. Maybe Khalif Raymond.
Who is it for you, Lucas?
For what was it?
The third best receiver on the Detroit Lions.
Josh Reynolds. I look at Marvin as a 2 right now without J-Mo.
So Marvin or Josh Reynolds?
Yeah.
Which pick? We got to pick one. Who do you want, Chris? Marvin or Josh Reynolds? The third best.
Josh. I'm gonna give it to
Josh Reynolds. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is shout out to all the fantasy websites. Shout out to fantasy nerds. You can compare stats like head for head.
Dude, Marvin was more productive than Claypool alone last year.
All right. So we have Chase Claypool versus Josh Reynolds. Claypool, who was wide receiver 2 for the Steelers before the draft, and then the wide receiver 2 for the Bears, maybe 1 last year because Mooney was hurt.
Yeah.
So he had wide receiver 1 status last year, right?
Yeah.
We're all in agreement, so I'm not biased in this. All right. Who do you think had more receptions, Chase Claypool or Josh Reynolds?
Chase Claypool.
Chase Claypool. And it was 46 receptions to Josh Reynolds. Again, Josh Reynolds the third best option for the Detroit Lions last year. Claypool in a number 2 to number 1 spot. So Claypool's 46, so Josh Reynolds 38. There's a, what, 8 reception difference?
Mm-hmm.
Not that much, mind you, that guy. Okay, well, that's on 79 targets. All right, on 59 targets, so 20 less targets, who do you think had more yards? I kind of gave that away. Chase Claypool or Josh Reynolds?
Chase Claypool.
No, Josh Reynolds.
Oh.
479 yards versus Chase Claypool's 451. Who do you think had more touchdowns? Chase Claypool, who's also a red zone target, by the way. Dude's like 6'4". Who had more
That was
touchdowns?
his whole thing coming in the league.
Josh Reynolds.
Who do you think had more touchdowns?
Josh, because him and Goff and that red zone are money.
Josh Reynolds. They're fucking. Even though this year you would look at them as both wide receiver 3s in these offenses, Josh Reynolds is still better than Chase Claypool. It's a PFF. You're supposed to be the fucking nerds, guys. You're supposed to be You're supposed to have this information when you make these evaluations and rankings. Why am I the one fucking bringing up the obvious and a guy who's in a fucking lesser situation, a less ideal situation in terms of like receiving targets and everything?
On more receptions and more targets.
Yes,
that's pretty wild.
Less yards and less touchdowns, and that's again him last year's 2-1. This guy's number 3, doing better than that.
Mm-hmm.
Why? You're the fucking nerds. You were supposed to do the homework on that shit and make sense of it. You're fucking 13. Just behind the Chargers?
Just behind the Chargers.
Who have Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, and now who they drafted
Quentin
again?
Johnston.
Quentin
And they got
Johnston?
Austin Eckler, who had like 108 receptions last year.
They took a running backs into account with this.
And they had that one...
Khalil Herbert over Jameer Gibbs?
Fucking Everett.
Yeah,
Gerald Everett was
Gerald
solid
Everett.
receiving option 2 tight end. If you play fantasy, you knew that too. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Suck my fucking dick, PFF. I want to respect you guys so much. Every once in a while, I respect your pass rushing grades because you have like the numbers there. And some of the passing grades, outside of that, I'm just done, dude. I'm done.
I don't
suck my dick.
I don't fucking understand how they're putting in tight ends, they're putting in rookies, they're putting in people. They didn't put in Jamison Williams or Jameer Gibbs. Like, you put in Sam Laporta, so I'll give you props on that. Jameer Gibbs is going to get a lot of work, in the pass game this year. Jamison Williams, he's missing the first six weeks, but he's still there. And I'd take Jamison Williams over Chase Claypool. Like, come on, guys. You wrote 2 paragraphs on everybody, and then teams in the NFC North, you're just like, oh, Justin Fields will be better, so they're going to go higher. 13 for the Bears, that's a little fucking ridiculous. That's a little ridiculous, especially with how low the Lions are.
Dude, it's very ridiculous. And I'm even doing Darnell Mooney versus Marvin Jones here, too. And Darnell Mooney with the injury.
He was injured last year.
Yeah, let me just look at Darnell Mooney's stats before because I do like Darnell Mooney. I do think he's respectable.
Darnell Mooney is better than Marvin Jones. He was just injured
especially at this
last
point in their careers. Yeah. So I guess, I'll give you that one. Amon-Ra St. Brown versus DJ Moore. you're splitting hairs with that one because in one scenario you have a guy that's been more productive and winning fashion too.
They got the Bears ahead of the
Moore.
Jags.
Huh?
They got the Bears ahead of the Jags.
The Bears are the Jags?
Yeah.
This is disgusting.
Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk had a great season last year.
Zay Jones,
Evan Ingram,
Travis Etienne.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know.
Why the fuck are the Broncos so high?
That's what I was saying too.
The Broncos got good receivers.
They got okay, like Jerry Judy's very
Cortland
talented.
Sutton, Jerry Judy, and Tim Patrick.
Yeah.
Cortland
Would you take that over the Lions
Kenny
receivers?
Galladay.
I like Amon-Ra a lot. And I like J-Mo. Oh, I see the part J-Mo. I'm doing these like 3 versus 3, 2 versus 2, but I'm forgetting about J-Mo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking J-Mo over Darnell Mooney 7 days out of the week.
You're taking Amon over DJ Moore. You're taking J-Mo over
Yeah.
Mooney, and you're gonna take Marvin Jones over Chase Claypool.
The only one I'd maybe give the tilt towards the Bears, and it's a preference thing of what you want to do with your wide receivers. I think you look at DJ Moore. He's like a true X, maybe. I mean, you can move around. He can do it all.
Yeah, he's just
he can do it
not
all.
that size.
That's maybe one I would tilt towards the Bears, maybe, and it is close. But in the same sense, Amon-Ra's been the wide receiver 1 for this team for the past 2 years, both X and slot, and just as productive. And more in early years too, if you want to get, because DJ Moore's been in the league 6 years now, 4 years, versus Amon-Ra's 2. Like the upside of Amon-Ra is also there as well, where Moore's been kind of capped, all the bad quarterbacks. This is fucking stupid. It's not just like me being a biased Lions fan, that there are numbers behind this too. There's no reason the Bears should be 1 over the Lions, and 2, 13.
Nah.
Lucas.
I'm just disgusted by it. I was disgusted by the Bears, the Ravens, the Broncos, the Steelers. I could understand for a second, but then I started thinking it more like we just did with the Bears, and it made me gross out. I think most of them, the fact that they had the Lions as the 10th worst receiving core, which is how I'm looking at it, is just disrespectful and ignorant.
It just pisses me off that they didn't put J-Mo or Jahmyr Gibbs in their breakdown at all.
It was just like
you guys are just like, oh no, who are those guys? What? They're not going to play a factor in this. Like, that is going to be 2 of our 4 leading receivers of this year, more than likely.
Yeah.
And they're just not in the breakdown. You just forgot about them. Like, what the fuck, PFF?
Like, put it to you this way: Chase Claypool couldn't get targets over both Deontay Johnson and George Pickens last year.
Yes.
Literally got fucking booted from the team, partly because of it.
He drafted his replacement.
And you have him ranked above the team he got booted from because he couldn't fucking get targets on the squad. Like, that makes zero fucking sense. Also, the Washington Commanders wide receiving core kind of lit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like they're good.
Better than the Bears, for sure.
So why are they at 19? The Bears are at 13. Like the unnecessary offseason hype for the Bears. I cannot fucking wait for them to go out there and win 6 fucking games and Justin Fields to be running back again. I cannot wait. I'm gonna obviously watch every single Detroit Lions game. The Bears are my number 2 team to watch this year.
Just hate watch?
Just a fucking hate watch. Just a fuck. And I'm gonna have a fucking 2-gallon thing of Jergens right next to it every time fucking Justin Fields throws an interception too. Fuck the Bears. Fuck everyone who's hyping them up this offseason. Lucas, you're not on this show every day. Are the Bears worthy of all this fucking unnecessary hype? I shouldn't have thrown unnecessary. I'll ask you like in an unbiased way.
Listen, I don't like the Bears, but they're the second
You're
best
an
team in
Ohio
the
State
division.
fan.
No, it has nothing to do with the Justin Fields effect. It's just reality of they're the second best team in this division. They're the only team in my eyes.
Second best team in this division?
Yeah. I think come like the end of the season, I think there's going to be a small gap in between the Packers and Vikings. Going to be like here and here. Then it's going to be Bears slightly above, and then Lions with a good chunk.
How?
Because let's think of this objectively. The Vikings got worse this year, correct?
Yes.
100%. They lost a shit ton. Packers got worse. They have Jordan Love as their starting quarterback and 2 young wide receivers. That wide receiving core is what the Packers need because Aaron Jones is getting older. A.J. Dillon looks like he's becoming irrelevant. So they always start off slow. What was the one thing to bring them together?
I looked at the Packers wide receiving core.
They were 27th.
Yeah. Packers got, I like the receivers
No
that Packers
way.
got.
I can't stand
What do you mean? Christian Watson's a dog.
Christian Watson is a dog.
Dobbs is respectable.
I don't like Dobbs. I think he's okay. I think the Packers wide receiver
Who's even?
core
Oh, they
is
got
just
Jaden Reed. I was gonna say
Dobbs
who's their
is
3rd receiver.
In my opinion,
He does
although
not-
a rookie year and injured too, I'd put him over Chase Claypool
Yeah.
without even hesitating.
Yeah.
But the
that doesn't
Bears
mean
are the
he's
second best team in the division. You're on crack.
Listen, it's because I think where the NFL is going, you need to be good at multiple things at one position. DJ Moore is very versatile. Cole Kmet's very versatile. Justin Fields obviously very versatile. Khalil Herbert and Deontay Foreman, that's going to be a versatile backfield. And the same thing with their defense, it's behind, but it's going to keep getting better, just like it did this offseason, where the Vikings took a huge step back. Packers definitely have a better defense, but I just don't trust anything with the Packers with Jordan Love running them. I just don't.
See, I think the Packers are way beyond above, way more trustworthy than the Chicago Bears, who've done jack fucking shit and the number 1 pick in the draft last year. The Packers have been an organization that's been winning since before I was born.
But they also
sure before you were born.
They've had two Hall of Fame quarterbacks, which hardly happens in the NFL. You have
fine.
You have the Montana to Young, you have the Alex Smith to Mahomes. But besides that, you're not hitting on good quarterback after good quarterback after good quarterback.
But if the one organization that is, you gotta show some respect to Jordan Love. On top of the fact that he's been within this offensive system for multiple years
now. But he's done nothing with it. Like
Green Bay has shown
everything that they are more scared about.
Justin
Jordan Love
Fields has done nothing and has the exact same offensive situation.
Justin Fields has done more than Jordan Love.
Because he started.
They would
because he fucking played.
The only hype there is with Jordan Love is because he hit Christian Watson on a 7-yard slant route, and he decided to take it 76 yards to the house. If that never happens, there is not a single thing to be excited about with Jordan Love. And the Packers literally signed this dude to a 2-year flexible deal so they can move off of him. They are not confident in Jordan Love, and I think everything they've been doing, building-wise, shows it.
I'm not trying to tell you guys that Jordan Love's better than Justin Fields. I'm telling you the Packers are better than the Bears.
I don't hate that, but I think your optimism and hype for Jordan Love and just complete dismay for Justin Fields is a little biased on your hate for the Bears.
I don't think it's biased at all. Is it not true that this guy's been in this system already?
Who? Jordan Love?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's played what? How many snaps has he actually played in NFL football?
Okay, and they also had the opportunity to draft a quarterback this year too, or sign somebody as well. Mm-hmm. Did they do either of the two?
No, they did not. Well, Aaron Rodgers was dicking him around for
those. I don't want this to get construed with
entire
hype.
Offseason.
I'm just analyzing facts of the matter. This is a winning organization with a guy that's been within the system. I like Dubs a lot. Dobbs, whoever the fuck you want to say that one. Weird. I don't care. And I think Christian Watson is going to be a dog.
Yeah.
They also had Luke Musgrove, whoever you want to say his name. That's who they got, right?
Yeah,
they got one of those tight ends.
Oregon State,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Aaron Jones was good out of the backfield. And again, existing system. And then one that they weren't panicked to make a move elsewhere. Their defense is low-key, good.
Who would you be more confident with at quarterback? Jordan Love or Justin Fields?
Well, Justin Fields. That's talking about quarterbacks. But I'm talking about teams. Lucas said the Bears are the second best team in the division.
Yeah, I don't know.
That one.
I'm not ready for that just yet.
I can't. I can't.
They're on the rise while the other two teams are falling.
And that's fair. And I had this to say, too, about the Vikings. We got to go to break here soon. And we'll continue the conversation, too, if you guys want when we get back here. But I am down on the Vikings. I think the Vikings stock should be low, especially following Dalvin Cook's situation. I've never been high on my guy, Kirk Cousins, although Michigan State Spartan shot out. But I realized something over the past couple weeks, and it is partly due to my hate with Tua, and I kind of credit his success between having two phenomenal receivers, and that's Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Well, I'm high on Jordan Addison, and Justin Jefferson's already considered and obviously debated around, but there's a fucking 1A, 1B, 1C. It's Jamar Chase, your boy Devontae Adams, and Justin Jefferson. So you have Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Maybe Kirk Cousins looks a lot better than we expected.
Yeah. On
top of you talking about receiving options, T.J. Hockenson, one of the better tight ends in the league. I don't care what people got to say about it. The numbers are there.
All right, let me tell you guys about Big Boy and Strawberry Fest, because Strawberry Fest is back at Big Boy. Try the classic breakfast items like the strawberry hotcakes or mouth-watering red velvet waffle. If you're not feeling breakfast, try the strawberry bacon chicken wrap or cool off with the refreshing summer splash salad. And don't forget to grab dessert, including their very delicious classic strawberry pie, deep-fried vanilla Oreos, or strawberry hot fudge cake, and more at Big Boy.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Starts, Detroit's winning sports network.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, 2 cars, one for you, one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Let one of our talented, award-winning stylists make you look handsome and clean. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
For Detroit, by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
What up, though? Welcome back to the World of Heavyweights live on WorldSports.com. I'm your boy Easy. That's at Speakeasy Sports _. That's my guy Spinmo Rex.
What up, though?
It's at Spinmo Rex, the real Chris Platty, not the fake one.
Fake
and we
one's
got
a Bears fan.
Lucas on the ones and twos. Hot take Lucas.
Relax.
I guess I can't. I yesterday I was up here and I was bitching about people calling me a hater because I had Jared Goff like properly ranked as a quarterback. And I, as examples as a non-hater, but like a realist expectation, I look at like the NFL rankings across the board, like among every publication. The same scenario, kind of this one, vice versa though. In my opinion, I don't think the Bears are up there, but a lot of publications have the Bears as a soaring team. You have to win 8 games this year.
Yeah, I could see 8 games.
Yeah. What if you had to put money down?
What's the over/under?
I think it is at 7.5. I'll pull it back up, but if you had to pick a number, just.
It's an unfortunate line.
12. No. Probably 7. I would say 7.
That's what I was going to say. 7 wins. That's what I expect. Let me put it like this. Maybe Packers and Bears could finish with a very similar record, but as a team to be more threatening to a Lions on a per-game basis, I'm much more worried about playing the Bears than I am the Packers.
Speak a little loud because we can't hear you today. I apologize. It's not your fault.
No, I know. But I'm much more worried about the Bears. If I'm the Lions, I'm much more worried about going
in the
head-to-head
long term,
against,
yeah,
I
but
would
not
say even,
this season.
Like
this
going
year,
to Chicago, I'm much more worried about going to Chicago in the middle of the season than going to Lambeau early. It's just the
What
Bears.
about Minnesota? You got 2 games against Minnesota like the last 5 weeks of the year.
We almost beat Minnesota when we were down on our down spell last year, but KJ Osborne caught that touchdown with like 10 seconds left, and we beat their ass at home.
We beat the Bears twice last year.
But both games, obviously not the one at
second
home,
game
but the
was a
one
fucking
in
blowout.
Chicago, that one was like this, and I think they took enough steps to where they can make that push again. I'm not saying they're going to win, but it's going to be close.
What are the enough steps that they?
I think they got Justin Fields a true number 1 receiver in DJ Moore. They got him a tackle, and they upgraded their linebacking core. Honestly, probably better than anyone in the NFL this year, and that's a huge step for them to take, considering they had probably one of the worst defenses in the league.
So
they got Jaquan Brisker, who I really like.
Yeah,
like
and
Jaquan
Eddie Jackson.
Brisker.
I like their safety combination, but we don't know what the tackle is going to be in that. I think he's going to be good too. I think he's going to. He was my favorite tackle coming into this draft. The rest of their offensive line is still not great. Their defensive line, not great. Their corners suck. So it's tough for me to say that they're the second best team in the division when I look at, like, Green Bay has a more complete team. But Justin Fields is just, we think he's better than Jordan Love. And the coaching staff of Green Bay, I think, is better than Matt Eberflus.
Hey, Toledo guy.
Yeah, fuck Toledo. I'd take, even though LaFleur is a choke artist, I'd take him over Eberflus. I look at the Vikings, and the Vikings have the best player in the division. The Vikings have a good offensive line that's growing and getting younger. Yeah, they lost a lot of pieces on defense, but they still got some pieces there to make some plays. And I don't hate the rest of their offense. Like, T.J. Hawkinson is a very viable option. Alexander Madison is good. Like, he's not Dalvin Cook good, but he is a good where he's just as good as Khalil Herbert or Donta Foreman.
I thought you were about to say Dalvin Cook.
He's
so,
good, though.
You're right on your points there, but both of those come back to one, Kirk Cousins with the Vikings. I have no worries about Kirk Cousins right now. Kirk Cousins has showed you nothing to be afraid of, especially in big time games. And then same thing with the Packers. I don't care because at the end of the day, what's the most important position in football? And it's the quarterback. They just had a Hall of Fame quarterback, and what'd they win? 7-8 games? They're going from a Hall of Fame quarterback to basically a rookie quarterback who has shown that he really doesn't have that much to show right now. So I'm just not sold on either of them.
So it's fair to question what Jordan Love has shown. I'm with you on that one. But we've seen Justin Fields at the quarterback position at the NFL level. Throwing the ball has not been something to credit him and what it stemmed from is the receiving rankings from PFF. For them to say the quarterback jumping efficiency for Justin, you can't give him that jump yet because throwing the ball, he's been wildly inconsistent.
You're 100% right, but that's why I like the fact that they got DJ Moore, who's a number 1 receiver that you only have to give it to him at 6-7 yards a time, and then he can make yards after the catch. Darnell Mooney, again, he's a fast guy, but when he's open, he's open. Chase Claypool, he's a big body that you're looking to throw it up to in the red zone. So They realize Justin Fields' arm needs to grow, which it obviously can. We've seen him at Ohio State. He would shred secondaries. He just needs the game to slow down for him, and they're giving him options in the receiving end that will allow the game to shrink for him, and he'll catch up with it, in my opinion.
The poll's pretty close.
What?
The poll.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the poll. Let me do my vote. Yeah, so as of now, there's a poll in the Woodward Sports chat. If anybody's not looking at the screen, just listening in the background. It says, who's the second best team in the NFC North? As of now, it's tied between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears at 37%. I don't see with the Bears. I think you.
I think the Bears are, like I said, how I've said it is the Bears are trending up while the other two teams are trending down in the division. I don't think the Bears are the biggest threat for the Lions next year, but I think they will potentially be down the road. They still need to add pieces on their offensive and defensive line. They still need to add cornerbacks because their corners are trash. So they're getting there. I don't think they've jumped either of these teams just yet.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I guess, I can't deny the Bears have gotten better, but better enough to be considered the second best team in the division. I look at coaching and quarterback combinations as your go-tos when assuming who's going to be a good team. And sometimes I'd even put coaching over just simply the quarterback, unless it's the Patrick Mahomes, the Aaron Rodgers. At times I do feel like LaFleur was kind of carried by the greatness of Aaron Rodgers, the same way I felt that who the fuck was there before him? Was carried by Aaron Rodgers at times too. He literally went super.
Oh, Mike McCarthy.
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, fucking bum.
And you see Mike McCarthy and a pretty stacked team in Dallas kind of prove that in a sense. I feel constantly. Justin Fields hasn't proven shit, and Eberflus most certainly hasn't proven shit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The Vikings, Spinney likes to give him credit for the wins. A win is a win, you're right. But the 13 one-score games, fam, I'm not buying you as a good coach right now. I mean, I can't say you're not because you have him there. I mean, I am. I'm saying there's still more to be proven. Eberflus, I think, just outright was a fucking horrible hire. How do you have a rookie quarterback? That was your first pick in that draft class.
Yeah.
You're let's go get a defensive coordinator to show this kid the ropes.
Like C.J. Stroud and D'Amico Ryans.
Wild. And then the Bears did go out there and they did splurge in linebacker position. What linebacking core is carrying any defense or any team in this league?
The
Niners are stacked all around.
Yeah, they're stacked all around.
They're just not. Now, the safeties, when you mention the safeties,
I like their safety
stuff
tandem.
does start to make more sense. I think they had the least amount of sacks last year, though, for the defensive line.
Yeah.
I know they drafted the one kid out of Florida that I do like a lot.
Javon Dexter.
Yep.
Yeah,
and then outside of them, they didn't really grab anybody. They grabbed a right tackle to protect Justin Fields. I don't know. I just can't put them as the second best.
I want to see what their defensive line looks like because I couldn't name you 4 people on their defensive line.
Yeah. And the Packers got a squad, bro. Especially defensively. And I think a lot of people forget Rashawn Gary got hurt last year. There's a couple guys got hurt in that defense last year.
DeMarcus Walker, Justin Jones, Andrew Billings, Travis Gibson.
Those are their starters.
Those are their starters on the defensive line.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
that's
bro.
painful.
And their starting cornerbacks are
Jalen
Johnson and Tyreek Stevenson.
Jalen Johnson's nice. Is Tyreek Stevenson the rookie out of Miami? The corner?
Yes.
So they added him. He could be good, but I'm with you guys. I'm not sold. I'm not saying their defense is going to be something dominant. They're still going to have a bottom 10 defense. I'm just saying they're improving. And when you have a quarterback like Justin Fields who naturally slows down the game, and you have good linebackers, good safeties, that also helps your defense shut down the game.
I just think the two most important parts of football, other than the quarterback, are offensive and defensive line.
Right.
Especially in this division, let alone the NFC, where it's you're going to need to run the ball and dominate the clock because that's how teams in the NFC win.
Yeah.
And they have the worst offensive line and defensive line in the division by far.
Rasul Douglas, I like. Gary Alexander obviously knows a dog. Quay Walker, say what you want, but I'm crying at the last end of the season.
And shoving the coaching staff member.
Was a dog last year. He played really well.
Yeah, he did.
Devondre Campbell's a beast. I like Devontae White. He's you got to spark a little bit. And Kenny Clark's all right. The Packers defensively got a squad. I think you only expect a jump for Romeo, a jump from Watson, Musgrove. I'm not a big fan of rookie tight ends doing big things for you.
They drafted 2 of them.
We'll see. By the way, for the receiver thing, before we go to break real quick, to conveniently leave out fucking your guy, Laporta.
No, they put Laporta in there.
They put Laporta in there?
They left out Gibbs and J-Mo.
Wow. All right. We gotta read something. I don't even.
Let me tell you guys about
SMA.
SMA, or the sports marketing agency, helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever It's live on WoodSports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined my guy Spin More Racks.
What up, though?
Young Chris in the TD booth, Lucas, Sid Vicious, aka Believe Me or Not. Make sure you guys give him a follow. I'm at Speaky Sports _. That's at Spin More Racks. At the real Chris Platty. Follow us. Well, I think we're all the same on everything, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm same on Instagram, Twitter.
Yep.
You guys too. I don't know what Lucas' situation is.
Figuring it out.
Gotta get your shit
To be
together.
determined.
To be determined.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your new podcast?
No.
That might be a good name.
That would be a good one. Never
There
know.
is a podcast out there that ranks high, and it's this podcast doesn't have a name, or something along those lines.
Really?
Yeah.
The Joe Budden podcast used to be I'll Name This Podcast Later for like 200 episodes.
It's called what?
The Joe Budden podcast used to be called I'll Name This Podcast Later for
I like
like
that.
200 episodes.
It's a conversation. Like what? What a name. SEO. Who knows?
All right.
All right.
Buy or sell?
Let's do it.
All right, buy or sell is time. Lucas, drop a beat. Buy or sell, first question. Buy or sell, Mariah actually has sex tapes of Zion Williamson.
Oh, buy. Buy. Like Chris in Wisconsin. There's nothing. There's no doubt about it. The guy didn't deny anything. He's a millionaire, 22-year-old with nothing to do because he's injured on his foot. Buying that all day. Lucas?
I'm buying. There's got to.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Chris?
If you're a 22-year-old millionaire.
Yes.
100% buy. Like this is her.
I can't wait to cut
that. That's a drop.
This is her.
100% buy.
100%.
I'm buying this too.
100%.
It's like you don't bluff like that against an NBA team.
Yeah.
You know, and she got suspended on Twitter for it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so there's got to be something
That's
behind
what I'm
it. There's got to be
saying.
something.
Well, she leaked screenshots from like Snapchat and stuff too. Yeah.
I'm buying it, man. I'm buying it for sure.
buying it.
All right, next up. Kirby Joseph and Aiden Hutchinson will both be Pro Bowlers next year. Buy or sell?
Sell. But that's asking a lot, bro. That's asking a lot.
Sell?
The Pro Bowl is not just like a performance like situation. It's like a you
Like
get to
Zion?
be pop. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Your name's gonna be popping a little bit. Like Aiden, maybe. And
Maybe?
What? What do you mean? Yeah.
Oh man,
what do you mean?
You love the Bears, don't you?
What do you mean?
You're
How does
just
that
a
do anything with the
closet
Bears?
Bears
That has
fan.
nothing to do with the Bears.
Just-
Aiden a Pro Bowler next year,
yes,
sophomore
for sure.
season. It's a maybe. We still got the Bosas.
What do you expect? What do you expect the Lions to do next year? Win total?
12.
12
11
wins.
and
Win
12.
the division.
Yeah.
12 wins. Win the division.
Yeah.
You don't think arguably the two most important pieces on defense are going to be Pro Bowlers?
Again, it's a popularity contest.
Yeah, Kirby was voted in last year. He didn't even deserve it.
Plus.
And Aiden Hutchinson's the darling.
That's what I'm saying.
Michigan
so
man.
that's what I'm saying. Kirby was voted in last year, didn't get, but like it's like the league popularity. Like you get up there off of Tristan Wirth, made the All Pro.
Yeah.
And he played half a season. Like that's how this thing works. If you got a big name, you're in.
I think they're pretty big. I think Kirby made a splash. You don't think he made a splash?
No, he did. Definitely made a splash, man. But I'm nothing wrong with the league. It's the Detroit Lions. Nobody's got love for Detroit.
Well, if you win 12 games and make a NFC North champion and go to the playoffs, you're going to flip a narrative. The Eagles had like 20 Pro Bowlers last year.
The Eagles, yeah. The Eagles were also in the playoffs the year previously.
Yeah, that's fair.
Listen, it's a maybe. I'm selling it though.
All right, Lucas, Kirby Joseph, Aiden Hudson.
I'm buying. In the NFC, Kirby Joseph is arguably, besides his teammate CJ, probably the best safety in the NFC. Aiden Hutchinson, the best defensive end in the NFC North. You can go into the NFC East with some more edge rushers, but like you said, this team's going to be 11-12 wins. He's going to have double-digit sacks. Kirby's going to have 5-6 picks. Yeah, bye. Bye.
Chris?
I am 100% buy in this take. Kirby Joseph and Aiden Hutchinson will be Pro Bowls. Book it.
Bye. It's going to happen. Like I said, I got Hutchinson at 13.5 sacks next year. I got Kirby Joseph at 5 picks. This team is going to win 11-plus games. They're going to win the NFC North. They're going to make the playoffs. That gives you the juice. And these two guys have the juice already. Like I said, Kirby got voted into the Pro Bowl last year before he even played a whole season. Now he's going to have that season under his belt and another season where he's going to be making plays. Hutchinson's taking a step forward. Give them both to me. Pause. Next up, Lions versus
Parsons,
Kansas City in Week 1 will be a one-score game by yourself.
Bye. I think Lions coming out competitive, man. And this offseason, having that game as Week 1 on national television got this team more fired up than I mean, not more fired up, just as fired up as we saw last year when they had nothing to play for and they beat the shit out of the Green Bay Packers who were trying to make the playoffs with a Super Bowl winning quarterback, with an MVP caliber quarterback. Buying that all day.
Lucas, one-score game versus KC.
I'm buying it. It makes me nervous, but I'm buying it just because the Lions, they got that Dan Kimball grit. They keep playing. Even we saw against the Eagles last year, Week 1, it seemed like right when they were outside of it, they came right closer. Pause. I know it was a 10-point game, but this team's much better. I think they have a way to slow down the Chiefs with the running game. I'm buying.
I like it. Chris, buy or sell? One-score game in KC.
You know, this one, you know what I want to do, but I got to sell this. I got to sell this one. At the end of the day, I think, their average point spread was what, like 12.5 at home. So like
Week 1, it's like a 13.5 margin of victory.
What it was. Yeah, that's the stat. Thank you. So history shows you that it's going to be a 2-possession game, and without JMO, I could see it, and I wouldn't hold anything against the Lions for losing that because that's what the Chiefs do.
I'm buying it. I'm buying it.
Yeah, it's an easy buy.
I'm buying it. Lions are coming back ready. They had something to prove. They don't have the hassles of Hard Knocks distracting them so much. I wish they had Hard Knocks still. Yeah, Lions keep it close. Lions could win. Give me the buy on this one. Next up, Marvin Jones will be second on this team in receiving touchdowns.
So, I think there's a lot. I mean, you got Jameson Williams. You have your boy Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, there's so many guys that I could see as number 2 on this team in touchdowns. And I know Jamo's missing 7 games, but we're talking about receiving touchdowns?
Yes, receiving touchdowns.
Maybe I'll take Jamo off the list. I ain't gonna lie. But Josh Reynolds stepped up big last year. Khalif Raymond stepped up big last year. I don't think just because they grabbed Marvin Jones to fill that spot necessarily makes him a touchdown magnet. Plus he's later 30s, getting up there. I don't know. So,
Lucas?
I'm going to sell this one. I think it's going to either be – I think Josh Reynolds has more touchdowns, Marvin has more yards, and I could even see Laporta having more touchdowns at the end of the year. Or Gibbs, honestly.
I like it. Chris?
I'm going to sell this one too because I think Laporta is going to be the guy. I think he's going to end up emerging as the sneaky red zone threat for Ben Johnson, Jared Goff in this offense.
Yeah, I'm going to sell this one as well. I think it's going to be Laporta. I think Laporta comes down with 5-6 touchdowns this year. And I think he's second on this team in touchdowns. Next up, easy.
Yes.
The Detroit Pistons will make the pick at number 5.
Bye. I think that's what they're going to do. I think Stuart Thompson canceled those workouts for a reason. James Edwards has been really reliable for his Detroit Pistons connects. I mean, so much so, Shams is tagging James in the tweet James Edwards.
They also work together. They're colleagues.
Oh, Shams Athletic?
Yeah.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
That's dope. But no, James Edwards plugged in. He seems to lean towards Asar. The cancellation of the workouts is that's not like a speculation report. That's that happened.
Yeah.
I think the pick at 5, and I think it's Asar Thompson.
I think I'm selling it, honestly, and it's all just because I've been a Kool-Aid. He's been telling me a lot. I think they're moving, and I could see why, because if there's no perfect fit, I'm hoping they're moving up. I can see them trading down, but I just think there's too much for the Pistons to do. I don't think they like 5.
Yeah.
So
Chris?
I'm selling.
You got to 100% buy this one. 100% Wisconsin on this one.
I am going to sell.
Really?
I'm going to sell. I think the packages will be too enticing, or if it's true that they swing for the fences and only like the long ball, then they're moving up. So, moving up, moving down is higher on the list for me than
He's just sad to be
5.
different.
Staying at 5. Next up, easy, buy or sell. Steve Eisman will bring a Stanley Cup back to Detroit.
I think fans are a lot more patient with Stevie Y, deservingly so. He's done a lot for the city. He also has a proven resume, too. It's not he's just coming in here as a name. Lord Stanley's one. That's a hard one to get, though. But it's Hockey Town, bitch. Steve Eisman is the captain of Hockey Town. I'm going to go buy.
Lucas?
Bye. Hockey. I don't know shit about hockey, man. This is the wrong guy to go to for this one.
Chris?
Yeah. I would buy it in even if the over-under was at like 1.5 years. Like, yeah. He's going to do it. It's way more likely that the Red Wings get a championship, especially when you don't put a time frame on it.
Yeah.
With Stevie Y's tenure, like that's just easy.
I mean, look at Sider and Raymond. Those number 6 picks.
Yep.
Each of them. Mm-hmm. Like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm buying it for sure.
And
Stevie Y is bringing it back. He's making Hockey Town great again.
If you had to put a timeline on it, Spencer, like where would it be the dicey? Like 2.5 years?
3 years. Yeah, I'd say 3.5.
And who was it last year that like said, "Yo, Stevie Y's calling you. You pick up the phone."
Yeah.
Like he's got that allure as well.
He's got the juice.
On top of the young pieces.
On top of
and the cap
Red
space
Wings
now too.
Franchise being the best American hockey franchise in the history of the NHL.
That's
by
facts.
far.
Over the Blackhawks?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
They have 11 Stanley Cups. It's more than any other American hockey team. The only teams in the NHL that have more Stanley Cups than the Red Wings are the Canadiens and the Maple Leafs.
All right, then. Let me cough a little bit because you don't have any smoke. The best place to get your smoke, Dispo. And Dispo has over 10 locations across the state. They're your local plug for a reason. There's one near you at all times. And this Friday specifically, we will be at the Hazel Park location with my guy Sean, with Spinny, with Braylon, with Ermanni. We're definitely sneaking an edible in Ermanni's hands somehow, some way, and seeing how that show goes. But make sure you guys stop by. We'll be there from 2 to 7. Come prepared as Dispo Dispensary takes your cannabis experience to new heights. Located at 634 West 9 Mile Road, Hazel Park, Michigan. See you guys there for the Woodward Heavyweights, Ermanni and Edwards, June 23rd. At Dispo Dispensary, your local cannabis plug.
The only sports network in Detroit that starts with a W. You know, because we win. Woodward Sports, Detroit's winning sports network.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Easy Joe, my guy Spin More Racks.
What up, though?
Young Chris, JB Smooth gone today, doing some whatever he's doing. I don't know. Shout out to JB Smooth though. Lucas filling in for him. Lucas, appreciate you filling in. Hey, you do well, kid. You did well, kid. Except for the Bears take.
Yeah.
But I'm here for it. It sparks interesting conversations. That's what we do here. Stevie Y, the guy we spoke about winning the Stanley Cup for the Detroit Red Wings at some point.
Mm-hmm.
He saved the next 3 years. Also at a press conference today. And I don't want to go past what was it? I don't even know what it was.
Yeah, he's talking a little choppy. I mean, they're obviously asking him about the draft and what he's going to do. And he's got a first-round pick. He's got 3 second-round picks. He says he definitely sees himself staying at 9 and making the pick there. But the other picks, we'll see. He's just thinking of them as ammo. He's thinking about making a move. And there's speculation about bringing DeBrincat in, what it would cost to bring in DeBrincat. And he said, he's going to make the move that's best for the Red Wings organization and then deal with the fallout later. So that could be a move that people don't like. That could be a move that people don't want to see to a team they don't want to see it to, or a player they don't want to see gone. But Stevie Y basically just said, fuck it. I'm going to do it. And if it's best for the Red Wings, I'm going to do it, and you guys are going to have to deal with it. So I don't know what that means. We'll see what's going on with DeBrincat. I was talking to Mike Gentry about this, and DeBrincat's a multiple 40-time goal scorer. This is a guy that would come in this team and he'd be the best goal scorer on the roster immediately. So I'd love to see that happen. Would it cost a Lucas Raymond? Would it cost a couple pieces? I'm not sure about that. Mike Gentry says he thinks he can get away with it for 2 seconds and a Phillips Adina. And if that is the cost, you pull the trigger on that right away. So DeBrincat has also been public saying about some of the only teams that he would sign for if he was traded, and the Detroit Red Wings were one of them. So this is a guy that I think Stevie's going to attack. This is a guy I would not be surprised to see wearing the winged wheel sweater next year, and I'd love it if it happens. That means your top line would be Larkin, DeBrincat, and whoever else you want to put up with them. If that is Raymond or whoever else you decide to put on the side. If it's Kopp, you move Kopp down to the Rasmussen line. You could have Rasmussen, Kopp, and someone else on that second line. And then third line, you've got more people you could throw in. That would make the Red Wings' first 2 lines of DeBrincat, Larkin, and Raymond, and then Rasmussen, Kopp, and whoever you put on the wing next to Kopp on the other side, pretty damn good. So one of the best 1-2 lines. You could put them up pound for pound with really anybody out there. So,
plus, wasn't it you that said Marco Kasper might step up this year?
Yeah, Marco Kasper very well could step up this year. He's probably going to, and he could also be that second line center if you expect him to be something like that. If you don't want to put him in there right away, Marco Kasper is a top 6 guy. He's going to be on the first or second line, and if he steps up, if he is in there this year, he is going to be the second line guy. So I'd love to see it. You've obviously got a lot of pieces where does Soderblom fit in, where some of these other guys fit in. But if you go out and well, Evanson's a defenseman, but yeah, if you go out and get DeBrincat, that instantly makes you a playoff team next year.
And he's like, how much do you think he's getting?
He's gonna get a lot. You'll have to pay him $11 million probably.
You think they're doing it?
Yeah.
That's dope.
I do. I think they're going to pull the trigger, and I think they're going to go out there and get him. Like I said, if Gentry speculation is correct, if he can go out there and he can get DeBrincat for Phillips Zadina and 2 second-rounders, you pull the trigger, you pay the guy. You have your 40-goal scorer, and you put him next to Larkin on that first line.
You want to get Gentry on the show tomorrow?
Yeah, we can do that.
I'm down. I'm down to learn some hockey. Just a little bit. Get on the hype train before it takes off. Playoffs next year for the Red Wings?
Playoff next year for the Red Wings.
For
regardless,
sure?
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go, baby.
It's going to happen.
I like to hear it. Tomorrow, Chris has 2 days worth of prep on a second-round pick for the Detroit Pistons. And you may feel like the NBA's second round is the most irrelevant one in all sport. However, Detroit Pistons have the number 1 pick in the second round, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, which is one of the best picks you could argue in the draft because you get second-round salary for basically first-round talent.
Yeah.
So there's that, too. And, I mean, look, Jokic was drafted during the Taco Bell commercial. Everybody's going to say this a million times for the rest of history, but,
yeah,
you know, at the end
still
of the day,
crazy,
second round has real value. It does, if you nail it. And I got some prospects I like.
And he's got a theory.
I do have a theory.
Is it around the second round, or is it like, what is it?
It's a theory in general with the stuff that was floating on today. I think know, there's the smoke screens and stuff, and I have a theory.
Oh, you think Cam Woodward's going to Detroit?
I think there's a real possibility that this is just all a play for Orlando 6-11, because Orlando knows that Amin is gone off the board, right? Amin's going to be gone. At 6, Asar may be gone, maybe not, but they don't want another wing like Cam Whitmore. They have Paolo and Franz. Like, they're set on the wing. What they want is a guard that can fit with them, and Asar is the perfect guy. So I think this is a leverage play for 6-11, because at 6 you could still get Cam, and you could have 11, which 11, maybe Hendricks is there. Maybe you have to trade up like 2 spots. Far more easier to do. I think it's a play to kind of hold leverage. Not saying that Detroit's not totally disinterested in Asar, but I think that that's a main part of it, because that's the reason why Asar canceled his workout. He canceled his workout with Indiana because he knows either Detroit or Orlando, one of those two. I'm not going past 6. So he knows that. And I mean, look, this is in the Troy Weaver wheelhouse. He did it last year with Ivy. He called the bluff on the Kings. You're not taking Ivy. Even when he had the number 1 pick and everyone knew it was going to be Cade, he was like, wait. Let's look at Jalen Green. Let's look at Evan Mobley. Troy's just doing some smoke screen and stuff, and I think that's really what it is.
I don't hate it.
It's only 1 pick away. I think they pick at 5 though.
But that'll do it for us today. We appreciate you tapping into the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platform, leave a 5-star review. For the man to my left, the one and only Speak Easy, Chris Platty in the TD booth, Lucas Klotz on the 1s and 2s. I am Spencer Raxter. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.